Going live. Hello, everybody. Hello, Twitch. Thank you, everyone who has swung by so far. We already got a decent chunk of people showing up in chat. I want to thank you all, Senpai, Wraith, beautiful cack. Anyway, as you can see, we kind of got a different layout going on tonight. So, due to a couple scheduling issues, we've had to kind of throw together an impromptu one-shot because we didn't want Rob to not be present for the big boss fight at the end of the campaign. So we threw this little thing together. We have a very special guest today, our friend Ryan, who's
Hello!
over here somewhere on the overlay. It will be joining us. This is one of my real life friends. We're very happy to have him. And go ahead and say hello real quick if you'd like.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan. I'm just a person.
There you go. We like people. People are awesome. So,
yo, real quick. Take chat and move it above you.
Take chat and move it above. Oh yeah, chat's in a weird
it's
place.
Completely blocking Mike.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, overlay problems. We love to see it. We love
Thank you,
to
Wraith.
see it. Thank you, Wraith. That is a big save. Oh, that's the wrong thing. What did I do? I've ruined everything. Oh no. That's why we solve these problems ahead of time.
Oh, there we go.
I'm just gonna make chat like really tiny down here for the time being. Actually, you know what? There's a good spot. Fuck yeah, let's just do that.
That's what.
Let's just do that, and then hope the alerts don't do anything too. Fuck! Sorry, guys, this is a new overlay. We're just, fixing out all the tech issues bright and early here today.
We can't do a fart train. I know.
Oh god, it's the worst.
Sad.
No fart trains today. No, that's not a thing.
Chris Beats did.
He tried.
Attempt for you, but
I got one in.
Oh, thank you for that sub, Tark. We'll be sure to hit your wheel spin up on the next stream, as I don't have it plugged in on this overlay. So next time I catch you, remind me, and I'll be sure to get that going. However, without further ado, again, thank you everyone for joining. We're gonna go ahead and dive in. So, welcome to another segment of the Cross Country Compatriots. Today we welcome a similar group, but playing a new group of adventures. My good friends here from my usual stream, plus Ryan. So we're going to be embarking on kind of a separate yet interconnected one-shot here with one specific goal in mind, furthering the plans of the Dark Masters. So thank you for joining us this evening. I would really, truly hope you enjoy the session. And
All hail his Dark Lordship.
All hail the Dark Lord. Yes. You know it to be true.
Praise be.
Praise be the Dark Lord. So, it has been nearly a fortnight since the forces of evil decided to begin the long march through the underpass towards the halls of Belrund, one of the last dwarven kingdoms still surviving on the continent of Fellerun. However, be it through your expert guide leading your small platoon through the winding caverns of the Underdark, at some point, you got a little mislaid. Kind of lost your way a little bit. And found yourselves, through no real fault of your own, you're just following your leader, careening down a massive underground river system. Eventually weaving your way through these just kind of spiraling caverns and out of a wall into a fairly shallow lake below that seems to be draining through a number of small caverns in the wall. You've been down here now for probably the better part of a couple days. A number of your party have either died or gone missing. The three of you are all that remain. And while you have managed to scrape by on what you can find down here, mostly in the form of the fungus that grows in the dark damp in the caverns below, it's hardly enough to survive on, and your supplies are beginning to run a little thin. You've run out of spare wooden weapons to burn, to conserve heat, or to provide heat, and sooner or later, you're going to have to face the fact that you either need to move on, or the three of you will undoubtedly die down here.
Or we can always eat each other.
I'd like to see you try.
I offered myself up first, though.
No, I feel like that one there has the most calories that are curious the furthest,
I don't know what those are, but I have a lot of them.
Oh no, not you. That save you for later.
If you touch me, I'll rip both of your arms off.
Oh. Go ahead.
There's these mounds! Have the toes!
I just love listening to
Buddy,
them talk.
have you not been paying attention? I'm gone with that one arm all day! What you gonna do? Take the other one?
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
it'd be pretty easy.
in that case, let's get out of here!
Yeah.
Oh. The cavern you find yourself in, despite the fresh water, which is flowing freely enough, it has not become rancid, and, what's the word for still water? Blah. Word, English, whatever. The water is fresh and filtered fairly well, and you've been surviving on that, but food is beginning to run low. There are 3 ways out of this cavern, 3 separate tunnels, all leading and winding in their own separate directions. Now, when you all first got down here, after the fall, a number of you did die. You can see their bodies piled neatly in the corner here, away from your water source, so as not to spoil the little bit of fresh water that you do have. Those that did survive chose to maybe scout ahead and figure out the best route for the group to proceed. None of them have returned,
Didn't like them anyway.
though you have heard
Yeah, they were all
screams.
useless.
Yeah. I only like the one that talks high and you.
All right.
That was nice.
So real quick, if you all can, I would like, starting with Ugbu, up at the top, to just give a brief description of your character, what race you're playing, what character you're playing, what you look like, just physical characteristics. Don't feel the need to go too in depth if you haven't prepared a whole lot. Just give us just a paint a word picture for us. Go ahead, Ugbu.
Ugbu Bazbar. I'm the sergeant of this platoon, at least I'm now.
Ugbu is a 7-foot tall orc, just built of muscle, absolutely jacked, super confident in himself, but is like not all there. He's maybe been hit in the head a few times in battle, type of thing. It's got a big old breastplate on. It's got a big axe that was given to him by his Dark Lord, and he's gonna lead us the fuck out of here.
On to Ebil.
I am Ebil. I'm the sergeant of this platoon. At least I am now.
No, you're not.
And
I am not a 7-foot tall orc. I am like a 5-foot drow with one hand that is not like this, but it's there, but it's like kind of crumpled a little bit, little not quite fully functional. It's just a wee little bit gimpy, because bringing real life functions into the game.
I was about to say hashtag self-insert. I love it.
I wasn't going to, and then you start talking about ripping off my arms. I was like, fuck it.
Hey, it
let's
worked.
go.
Yeah, lean into the roleplay, boys.
And yes, the high-pitched random voice is going to be a feature.
Looking forward
All
to
right.
hearing you blow your voice out.
Sergeant number 3.
Yeah, without, last but not least, Buddy. Give a brief description of your character.
Oh, I don't know if I'm important enough to call a sergeant. Jeez.
You see, Buddy is wearing a very fancy, very see-through blouse. It's purple. It definitely doesn't fit his body. It's like ripping. He's showing off his very large love handles. He's real chonky, more to love. He's got a lot of poorly applied makeup, and his hair, it looks like it was put in curlers last night. It's all like tight curls, very, 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 very tight curls, because it's got a lot of dirt in it too. So whatever he was using, it was just it was a natural like conditioner. It was just great.
Natural adhesive.
And all the oil and all the water like helped mix it in and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's just it's dripping. There's something dripping from it, and you're like, is that pomade? No. But yeah, find the voice there.
Yeah, no, he's very just unassuming. He's here to help, and if you tell him to do anything, he'll do it. My fucking.
I'm so happy. This is everything I wanted it to be. So, as I said, a number of scouting parties did go out, each one choosing a different tunnel while most of them were met with silence, you did hear a number of screams echoing through the caverns below. However, the cavernous kind of structure of this underground system of caves has just not provided any clear insight on which way is the best, which way is the safest. You really have no idea.
All right. Well, I think that I can figure this out.
Okay. Which one should we go down?
Yeah.
Can I try and figure out which one seems like the safest?
Roll me a survival check. How are you determining which one is the safest? Like, what are you taking into account?
I'm gonna smell. So if I smell
follow the nose,
like
the old Gandalf trick. Okay, go for it.
I'm an orc, so if I smell like bloodiness, more bloodiness down one way, or like a bunch of shit down another way, I'm probably gonna go towards which way doesn't smell like poop, if one does. So here we go.
Okay, so I will say one detail I forgot to tack on during the intro. You are aware that the Great Siege of the Halls of Belrund has begun. You are aware of this because every few minutes, the ground and the mountain and walls around you will tremble. Probably due to the massive amount of explosive powder that was brought along for the siege. So somewhere in this... Go ahead.
You mean that wasn't Ugbu giving a big fart?
It might be. There are occasions it might be an Ugbu fart, but there is like a consistent amount of explosions happening, and there's just constant rumbling like every 5-10 minutes or so.
I remember the hot tub situation, and let me tell you, that's a pretty consistent amount of fart.
I'll remember that too. God rest their souls. All right, let's go.
I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9. Okay, so you gain little to no insight. You stick your nose down each passage, kind of. All you smell is damp, rot, occasionally the stench of death, but that is never in short supply within the tunnels of the Underdark. And you all know this, like, this organization has been living and operating underground for a number of years at this point, and you're quite accustomed to what kind of things you might find in these kind of tunnels. Either way ahead doesn't look good. It comes down to you.
Which tunnel's the tallest?
The tallest?
Easier for me to walk through.
I would say probably the right one. It kind of like begins arcing in a bit of an upward fashion, and the ceiling kind of like raises up a little bit more. You're not going to be walking hunched through that one, to say the least.
Headroom.
I think that one's the safest. What say you?
I like it. It seems like breathable. I don't want to bump my head.
I mean, I'm probably gonna do that anyways, but...
We should go the other way.
Why?
Well, it's because you suggested that way. And process of elimination says that one is better.
And you don't trust me? Since when have I ever led you astray?
When have you ever led me?
Roll for flashback, please. I want someone to roll me a d20. Either you or Mike.
Do it.
2!
You can think of a couple occasions where you have been led astray by Ugbu, but you can't really pick out where he went wrong exactly with those decisions. You just know that through the means of following this large orcish fellow, you have been just dragged along through some shit.
Calling what you do leading is like calling what you wear attractive. Like it doesn't fit.
Now you're starting to get personal with it. That was all a series of unfortunate events. There was nothing I could have done to prevent us falling down that tunnel, or falling into the river, or almost drowning, or almost running it. None of that was my fault.
So what's your excuse with your wardrobe?
Yeah.
I turn around and start walking towards the large tunnel.
Buddy's been eating too many of the mushrooms down here, man.
Yeah, I turn around and start walking towards the large tunnel.
Okay.
After packing up all my shit.
I started heading down a different one.
No. Oh.
So-
I'm so morally.
Okay, so we have Ugbu going up the right tunnel. We have
Come on, you
Ebil
idiot.
going up the left tunnel. Buddy, what are you doing?
I'm standing at the precipice of the tunnels.
I'm
looking
gonna.
at both ways, just near tears.
There are 3 options, buddy. Take the other one. One of us will maybe survive.
Oh, I don't like being alone. I start walking through the middle tunnel.
No, come on, you idiots.
Well,
Fuck,
okay,
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
roll
say,
to see,
buddy,
roll to see
roll
what I
me.
do.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy. Roll me a survival check,
We're so fucked.
or a nature check.
My choice has fucked us. First 20 minutes into this.
Yeah, the one shot's over.
Nature.
You're a druid with no nature or survival? Oh, okay, that's rough. As far as you know, any of these tunnels is just as good as the next one. You are smart enough to understand your knowledge of nature, and the Underdark specifically being what it is. It is not smart to go off by yourself. And all of the scouting parties that went out as a single man were the ones you heard screaming.
Okay, fine, we'll go that way. If I hit my head and damage my brain anymore, it's your fault.
I turn around and I start walking towards Ebil.
Walking has that risk.
That's fair. So am I to understand Ebil is leading the way now?
Not so much leading.
No, I walked past him.
confidently.
You
Yeah.
just shoulder past him? Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
go down the tunnel.
Alright,
That's fine.
I'm gonna say...
Yeah, I like purposely shoulder check you into the wall, like hard.
do you all have dark vision?
I have 120 feet of dark
Yes.
vision. Yeah.
Okay, because it is essentially like the further you begin to move away from the light of your fire and the luminous mushrooms that kind of grow around the water here, the
I would
darker
put
it
the
is
fire out.
becoming. It is essentially pitch black at this point. So even with your dark vision, you're seeing in different shades of gray. It is still hard to make out certain details past a certain point. Whoever is leading this charge, I do need you to roll me a survival to try and just find a safe way through this path.
Okay. I will pull out a torch.
Okay,
And
so
light it.
you're at just a regular roll then.
Survival?
Yep. Trying to find a trail. 17. Okay, that's a bit better. It's also kind of like the roll affects the amount of time it takes you to find your way, stumbling through the dark and making your way. While you begin weaving down this this cavern, this tunnel, you see a number of different paths that split off. Some of them you think, oh, this might be the way, and you begin kind of making your way down there, only to get a few steps and realize the air smells different down here, and you've trusted your nose this far. And it seems like it worked until Ebil decided to go off on his own. But you gather following the nose is probably the right way to do this. And you kind of just stay on this one path and make your way. Weaving as you do, I'd say you travel for a good 6 hours in the Underdark at this point without encountering much of anything. You see a few insects and small critters.
See any rats?
Some smaller ones. You gather rats are fairly easy prey for a lot of things down here, so they don't tend to
Try
be
and
that
step
many
on
of
him as
them.
we go.
Okay, we're stepping on rats. That's fine.
No,
You managed
not
to
all
just-
of them, just every once in a while.
That's funny, they squish like balloons.
However, after your 6 hours of travel nears an end, you're beginning to grow weary. Time is different down here. There's no source of sunlight. There is no measure of day and night. You go until your body begins to get tired, and then you rest, and then you continue. You sense you're about getting to that point as you kind of make your way, and you notice something strange as this cavern begins to taper out and kind of widen a little bit. The further you move down it, the thicker and thicker the amount of cobwebs that have begun to take hold on the walls here grow. And the further deeper in, it becomes almost like a weave of spider webs where you having to pick your places on the ground so as to not step on them or disturb them, possibly getting stuck. So we're going to scoot over to this map now because you guys chose that
Stop!
way.
I pull up my axe and I start slashing away at him if I need to.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. If you want. They don't really block the path per se. They're kind of just like along the walls and on the ground.
Oh.
But I will actually, you know what? I'm going to have everyone just roll me a dexterity save just to see like how well you manage to not disturb the webbings walking through there. It's not like, yeah, it's, oof.
I can't see where I'm going.
We're fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Ugbu, I need a roll from you.
I do have mobile, so I don't know if that affects it. That's pretty good.
It does not affect your ability to be stuck in spider webs. However, the 10 being essentially the bare minimum here. Not the greatest. Buddy, you do disturb a number of the webs. And you know for a fact that this can be an issue when dealing with spiders as a druid yourself, especially one who resides within the Underdark.
Yeah.
You're a little worried about this. However, Ebil, with that 5, as you're beginning to try to weave your way through, you're a little on the shorter side. You don't have quite as much length in your step. You begin kind of like getting caught up and tripping on these cobwebs, eventually getting to the point that your feet are more or less just stuck. You're moving, but very, very slowly. And it's very quickly becoming apparent that you are going to have some trouble passing through here. I am going to roll a d20 real quick. Whoop!
All right, come on. I'm going to pick him up.
So you just going to go over and just straight up pick him up, put him on your shoulders kind of deal?
Yeah, I'll make him a backpack. I'll turn him into a backpack.
Okay.
He'll sit kind of on my backpack, not like fully on my shoulders because there's obviously not enough room, but
Yeah, it's not at the point like he was at risk of getting stuck, but it was definitely slowing his progress. So it's probably better that you go ahead and give him the old lift on that one.
I'm impatient. Come on.
So, what you see,
Put my head on your
if you want,
it's just hard metal.
I'm assuming
Bonk,
based
bonk,
on the
bonk,
singing,
bonk.
yeah, we're not, there's, if you want to roll a stealth check at disadvantage, I will allow it.
1 second.
Your party is making a bunch of noise.
I do have medium armor master as well, so wearing medium armor doesn't impose.
No, but wearing
disadvantage
medium
on stuff.
armor
But wearing
carrying
a
a
person
5-foot person on your back is
Mhm.
definitely going to affect that. Buddy, you would probably be at a normal roll because you're not making all the noise.
Okay, good.
I rolled an 11 at disadvantage.
Ebil, you don't necessarily have to roll one if you want. You're sitting there singing. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume you're not really trying to stealth.
Oh yeah. You see me? I have a little hood up over my head, and
I've always said, if you want to be quiet, just put a thing over your head.
and I'm cloak of elven kind advantage.
Yep, go ahead and roll with advantage on that one.
Okay.
I love it.
If you can't see them, they can't see you.
All right, come on, that advantage. Let's go, one more.
Oh my god! Why?
Oh
Why?
my god. Well, this has gone well. So, Jesus. Guys. All right, so if you want to all
Everything's
drag
fine.
your minis from the journal into this hallway down here, it'll probably snap to the grid, but we'll just assume you're in the 5 to 6 foot hallway there. But we will be starting out at the bottom here, and you guys are just making a shitload of noise at this point. You're kind of slogging through the cobwebs. You're getting stuck. Your plate armor is kind of like rattling against the armor of Ebil, who is riding on your back. And you have done a fairly unsuccessful job of, remaining stealthy. Did you roll initiative?
No.
Okay. Or that. You love to see.
Oh, I did long ago.
Because
As a test roll, yeah.
It remembered it. That's awesome.
Oh, it's
So, as you approach, not so stealthily, you see a large cavern, massive, sprawling tall walls, roof that you can barely see, even with your dark vision. And it is more or less covered top to bottom in cobwebs. Just on the walls, on the floor, on the roof, from what you can see. If you all want, anyone who's can roll me a perception check to make out the finer details. But essentially, you appear to be in some kind of spider nest. Something has been nesting down here. Perception. Big brain
There we
leader.
go.
23. Okay. So, this is most certainly a spider's nest. You see clusters of egg sacs hanging in the webbing on the floor, on the ceiling. Looking more closely, you do see a number of bodies wrapped up in some of the webs. Some fresher than others, and it appears as if you have stumbled upon the final resting place of at least 2 of your former companions. two of the individuals who left to scout.
Oh, that's high pitch.
Oh, shit. Do they still have any of their stuff on them?
If you
go over and
would,
look.
do you want to inspect?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Ebil
they are
down and go
wrapped up in webbing, like top to
Oh,
bottom. You're
okay.
going to have to physically cut the webs open. Like they are now.
Never mind that then.
slowly
I didn't realize it'd be
rotting.
that much effort.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
never mind.
bag,
I'm not
but-
gonna do that.
Okay. They do still appear to have their stuff on them. However, as you begin to enter and make your way, the amount of noise you've been making up to this point, some of the eggs have begun to quiver, as if something within has become aware of your presence.
My eggs are also quivering.
Oh no. This is always bad. Quiver means bad.
I don't know, bud.
I think we should smash the eggs.
Yeah, yep. Burn them, smash them, kick them, cool them. I don't care. Just get them done.
Okay, I'm gonna throw my
Have fun!
torch at one. No, I'm gonna stand with the group, but I'm gonna throw my torch at a group of eggs.
Okay, that's it at this point, and you're probably about there to see the whole room.
Okay.
I'm gonna move your guys for you. I apologize. You can choose your marching order yourself. So which one are you gonna throw a torch in?
This one. No, kind of the middle one. No,
Down?
the one to the left of that. Yeah.
Okay. So it's simple enough. You already have the torch lit, right? So you are currently
Yep.
lighting your way. All
I'm
right.
actually gonna take out another torch. I have several like that
just-
and throw both of them on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You managed to do so. There's no roll to throw a torch 15 feet. And as you do, you toss both into the cluster of webs and eggs and bodies. The more you look at it, now that there's light, there is a decent chunk of corpses down here, just at various stages of decay and kind of slowly being feasted on. And as you throw your torches, they take in an instant. There's hardly even a delay between fire touching them and the webs just taking up in flames. The eggs are a little slower to burn. It's quite dense. These
Well, I've got a lot
egg
more torches.
but they have begun to. However, as you are doing that, it seems disturbing the nest may not have been the best way to go about this. As you just
Why
hear
not?
a loud, and directly in front of you appears a massive spider, white with kind of a purplish fur growing on its, or hair, not really fur. Tarantulas don't have fur. And as this spider just phases into existence in front of you, and excuse me while I find myself a mini.
Dinner!
So
Yeah.
these are phase spiders.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
I wasn't gonna say it. I had to
I
say
was
it.
fucking say it. It's whatever. Trying to find like a good. Hey, it has a face. I don't know why it has a face, but it has a face. So that's what we're gonna be going with.
Okay, that's terrifying.
Yeah. So this one appears in front of you, directly in range, and is going to just surprise attack you. That's going to be the start of its round. It just appears and immediately strikes out against you. It seems while you were making noise on your way through, you may have alerted these creatures to your presence within its cavern, and you're just waiting for a moment to determine whether or not you were truly a threat or something to be ambushed. And as you have begun burning its nest, it has decided it is probably in its best interest to take action against you. So
Can't imagine why.
How's that possible? I was hiding my head.
Okay. So, I assume a 23 hits you.
Oh, yeah.
Ugbu. You take 9 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
and I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
What'd I roll?
Very well. So,
Excellent.
you take half of the poison damage. You only take 9. So you take a total of 18 points of damage between the piercing and the poison, and you are not currently poisoned, which is good. But as the spider just lashes out, sinks its fangs into your, the front of your leg, you feel the poison begin to spread, and you kind of just, and shake it off, manage to prevent it from, truly affecting you. But you feel the muscles around where this puncture wound just begin to tense up, almost like they're going numb. And then the feeling subsides as you overcome the poison. It does not have multi-attack. So, at that point, I need everyone to roll initiative. So, for anyone who is not familiar with Roll20, if you click your mini and then hit the initiative button, it'll auto-put it into there. So, I will add Buddy. You rolled a 15.
Buddy's pretty quick.
Boop.
I rolled a 7.
You guys don't see a damn thing. I'm trusting you not to medic.
I'm the only one to go after the spider. Again.
What did you roll, Mike?
It should have automatically generated 16.
It did. I see it.
Who did not? Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
I see it.
Perfect. All right, we're all set. So, descending, starting from the top. Nothing's gonna happen. There's nothing. What are you talking about? There's nothing up there for you guys to see. Anyway,
What initiative count 20?
yeah, exactly. Ebil, you are up as you see this giant spider materialize, just pop into existence in front of Ugbu and strike out at him immediately. He kind of winces from the pain of the blow. What would you like to do? You're kind of stuck in a little bit of an enclosed space here. What's the plan?
Yeah, sure. I think what I'm going to do is move a little bit. Well, actually, before I move away, I'm going to say, Lord! Oh, buddy, oh, bye! Please guide us to kill these spiders with your spiderly influence.
And I'm gonna cast Bless.
Okay.
First level. On all three of us, so we now have D4s to attack rolls and saving throws. And then my my voice of authority. When you cast a spell with a spell slot at first level or higher, make a target an ally with the spell. That ally can then use their reaction immediately after to make one weapon attack against a creature of your choice that you can see. So I'm going to bless everyone, and then I'm gonna say,
Go get him, Ugbu!
and now you can make an attack at the phase spider because you are within 5 feet of the target.
Rah!
Go ahead and make your
Great
attacks. With your great axe. There you go. Go ahead
With
and
your
make
great axe.
27 to hit.
All right, go ahead and roll your damage. They completely updated the... 15 points.
15. Nice. Yeah, that's a 9 on the D12. It's a 10 on the D12. Yeah.
15. Boom. Nailed it.
Slashing damage.
All right, so as the fangs retract from your leg and you feel Ebil just casting on you and you gain this immediate power and will to strike back against this creature, you raise the great axe up above your head and just slam it down into the carapace and manage to split it open. A large amount of ichor kind of spills out, this nasty kind of greenish goo that makes up the inside of this spider. And it kind of splashes amongst the floor and the thing recoils a bit, but then readies itself for another round of combat.
Okay, I'm walking away now.
And I move so that I'm behind. Move so that I'm behind Buddy.
You guys got this. I believe in you.
Oh, good.
What the hell happened with the initiative order? That's weird.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That's weird. The whole initiative counter just... What the fuck, guys?
Yeah, I saw that. I have no clue what happened.
What the?
Player character B. What?
Yeah, like before it had all your guys' stuff. That's weird.
What the fuck? Do.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Okay. So we know. Now I have to figure this out.
It's okay. I'm sure we each remember our.
Well,
initiatives.
it's still in order, I think. No, it's not. But that fucking sucks, dude. Not sure why it did that. Oh, because D&D Beyond decided to get involved. Ha!
They stuck their nose.
In
It's
places they shouldn't.
D&D.
I would like to attack D&D Beyond.
It's my great axe.
I would like to attack D&D Beyond. I am annoyed.
It's my cyber axe.
Fuck out of here.
Nice.
All right, so we're gonna just quickly take a second to fix that.
Yep.
So
There's absolutely nothing on initiative count 20.
no. So we're gonna say, who was for the? I do believe that Ebil was up first then, right?
Yep.
Immediately. Okay, so Ebil, I'm gonna put Ebil at initiative count 19. That's just how we're gonna do this.
Well, I had 16.
If you
Buddy
can
had
remember them,
15.
go for it.
Yep, I
Well,
remember.
Well, you don't even have to remember. They're just they're in the chat.
That's
I
true.
also remember them.
Sorry, I'm flustered because all of my shit disappeared.
Buddy's 15. Big Spider 9.
What was Buddy's 15?
Yep. Me 7.
That was such a pain. I hate that. 9. There you go. 7. And then there was something at initiative count 20. You guys were
No, there
unaware
isn't.
of. Yes, there is. What are you talking about?
No, there isn't.
Boop.
The sky is at 20 initiative. That's good
There
for
we go.
them.
Descending. Okay, so, Ebil, is that it for your turn? You're just going to move back a few feet?
Yeah.
Okay. That would bring it to Buddy. What would you like to do, my friend?
Oh, Buddy just sees his friend getting snapped up, and he's not gonna have that. He starts rushing forward, and he produces 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 maybe to get through the webs. I don't know. He just goes
He's
right
got
in front of the
10,
spider.
15. If you ever need to know, there's like a ruler setting. You just click
Oh,
the
right.
ruler, and it'll click and drag for you. Or you just hit
Blessed.
right-click while you're dragging your character, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
because like that way you don't have to actually go like diagonally, like or up left.
Yeah.
This way you can just go directly diagonally and get further. Technically, it makes more sense.
Yeah, I don't like moving like checkers. It's very limiting. Okay. But yeah, as I'm moving, I'm pulling out my sickle that's gleaming with the moonlight, and I'm just gonna try and stab him right in the freaking head.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it. Stab in the face.
Stab in the freaking head.
I'm sorry, that is at a 9. I believe that's a miss. You only got to beat a 13. Unfortunately, as you raise the sickle up, it sees you coming and kind of recoils, and your sickle just clangs off against the stone, and you kind of slice through some of the cobwebs.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
And I look over at my friend, and you just hear me kind of say in like a fey, kind of not their voice, but you can understand it, and it's just,
It's okay, buddy. I'm here. I'm Buddy. Oh.
and I'm gonna cast Healing Word as a bonus action.
There you go. So healing word to Ugbu. Go ahead and roll that shit.
And I believe with the moon circle, there we go. Do that one. Did that roll? Yes,
Yep,
it did.
you get
By
6
the way,
points of healing.
you do have bless.
Oh, you do have bless. So if you can
Oh.
roll a 4, you will hit with that moonsickle attack.
Oh.
Roll
let's
a
see.
d4 for me.
Well, this to roll to everyone. Did that roll?
No.
No.
If you just click the little dice on the left bar and hit d4, it should go through.
I did, and it did not.
Oh.
Well,
Just do
fuck.
like /roll space 1d4.
Oh yeah,
I rolled
you
it
can-
for you.
Hey, thank you. Damn it.
Came up short.
That
Not
is
quite.
okay.
Because I'm still doing what I want to do, and that's help my buddies.
And also, on top of that, whenever I have the moon sickle, I do extra D4 of healing. Whenever I
This is true.
Heal. Yeah.
Go
So would
ahead.
someone roll a D4 for me again?
Go ahead, Mike. You're our new D4 guy. Hey! You got 10 points of healing, my dude. There you go.
Fantastic.
And that's my turn.
Thank you.
All right, next
So
up,
welcome.
we have the spider who... what's the spider's intelligence? It has a wisdom of 10. It's actually decently smart. Or wise, I guess, strategically. I think it's just going to keep going for the biggest target and the one who burned its offspring. So it's going to make
That's
another bite attack at...
Miss.
Oh, that was such high
By a
damage,
lot.
unfortunately.
Miss by a lot.
Okay, so every time you get hit with the poison, fortunately, you have to keep rolling for it. You didn't get hit this time. You're lucky. And then as a bonus action, you're going to watch as it lashes out at you and you kind of smack it away with your great axe. It's just going to vanish into just like a purple mist, and then it just dissipates, and the spider is no longer in front of you.
What? We did it.
I don't think it's gone for good.
Oh.
Is it my turn?
Next up, we have Ugbu. What would you like to do?
Okay. So I'm gonna move just out into the middle here, avoiding the spider webs, and I'm gonna hold my attack action.
Okay. That's good. What's the? I'm assuming you're holding until something appears in your range.
Yeah, I'm just contemplating if I want to take out a throwing weapon instead, like one of my hand axes.
Well, if only someone had given you a lightning javelin as a free magic item.
No, I have hand axes. It's fine.
You take out your hand axe and you hold your attack?
Do I want to do that?
Up to you.
Yeah, I can't see it. Yeah, fuck it. I'll do that. Take out my hand axes because I have 2 attacks. So, yeah, I can do that, right? No more movement, but I can do that.
It takes half your movement to draw a weapon, and you moved a little bit, so you could draw one, in theory.
Only one of them?
Yep.
I'm not going to do that then. I'm going to just keep my great axe out and hold my action.
Prepare a melee attack? Okay, sounds good.
Both. Yeah, both of them.
So, at the start of the round, I'm just going to
action.
readjust the initiative order to make way for a couple new things here. So, as you have now disturbed one of the nests, you notice the eggs have begun to the sacks have begun to quiver. There's quivering sacks, boys. And at a certain point, the one you walk past as you step into the webbing, the egg sack next to you just bursts, and a torrent of tiny, similarly colored spiders, though not fully developed, and you gather probably not capable of the phasing in and out of existence at will. However, there are hundreds of them. There is a pile of these little bastards, and they are all coming straight for you. So you are now going to be dealing with a swarm of spiders. It's not exactly a high CR creature, to be fair here. And they're just going to start climbing on you and trying to swarm over you. And it can occupy the same space as the thing, so that's going to be fun. And they're just going to climb all over you and try to bite. Yeah. So they only roll an 11, which unfortunately does not hit you. But you can almost hear the ting 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 of these little fangs just hitting your armor and not being able to find purchase. But you're certain it's only a matter of time before they start figuring out a way under that chainmail or chest plate, whatever it is you're wearing. However, the next creature is up and is also just still not doing anything.
I'm gonna use my held action.
You do have your held action against the swarm of spiders.
Yeah, but I'm gonna turn my axe sideways and smush them.
Okay, it's the same roll, but we'll consider it bludgeoning damage in the meantime.
Make it more effective against a bunch of little tiny spiders.
Yeah, they are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, as in general.
Is it only non-magical, though?
No, it's just they're specifically resistant to any form of physical damage, because there's hundreds of them. Makes sense. But go ahead and roll it. 23 easily hits. Both attacks.
It's the 2 attacks.
Both attacks do hit. So 8 points.
20 total.
You manage to kill a hefty majority of them, just bringing the axe up and slamming the flat end of the blade down twice in the same spot. You see another splat out on the ground, kind of this nasty greenish interior just spreading in, and chunks of bone of carapace kind of hanging from your axe as it's kind of just gooping there. There are some of them still alive. However, much less so. You have taken a substantial number of them out, and you gather they're probably going to be less of a threat in the near future in terms of their capabilities. However, at that point, it is Ebil's turn. What are you doing, my little friend?
Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm gonna use a first level spell and cast Sanctuary.
Wait, actually, hold on. Before I do that, I need to double check positioning, because what I want to do is... No, actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and use... I believe we'll just use Chill Touch. No, actually, I'm going to use Mind Sliver on the swarm of spiders.
You gotta do psychic damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so they have to make a save.
They have to make an intelligence save or take 10 points of psychic damage.
They are not immune to that. So they're immune to charm, frightened, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, prone, restrained, and stunned. Okay. So intelligence save, -5. They roll -2.
I
They
did
die.
10 points of psychic.
Yeah, so
Just imagine they all like.
Yeah, so as you
around me.
raise your
They just-
arms and cast your
Yeah.
spell, they begin kind of running around and like swirling in a weird pattern you can't quite make up as you just begin interfering with their brainwaves, and then all of a sudden they just begin to drop. Like literally the life leaves them, and like the droids and the Phantom Menace, when they shut down the ship, it's just they drop. There's nothing left. You cooked their brains from the inside.
The
All of them?
power of my gimpy fist cannot be underestimated.
I love it. You still have your movement and a bonus action. Would you like to use them? No, you're good?
I'm right here.
Okay, you're standing next to one of the egg sacs. Oh, right, no, that's Buddy. Buddy's next to the egg sac. Buddy, you're up. What would you like to do?
Oh, I am close to that, aren't I? And I'm just gonna like look at it, kind of. yeah, but not gonna do anything to it though. Oh, and I'm gonna help my friend though, and I'm gonna cast produce flame at the spiders.
Oh yeah, those the horde of
They're dead,
spiders
aren't they?
are all dead. Yeah, so
Oh,
you're
they're
good
all
on that.
dead.
Yeah, you can save
I'm
that
just
spell.
gonna
Sorry, I forgot
cast
to do
that
that.
at. Or it's just a cantrip, but I'm gonna cast it at that egg that's in front of me then.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. Just
And I were the ones who did it.
yeah,
This is great.
I mean, it's an egg
Make sure
sac.
to save the legs though, because we can put that on salad. It'll be great.
Oh yeah. I
So-
wonder if you can cut them up like lobster.
Yeah, I bet you could. I don't know how, but you bet you could.
Okay. We'll try
You
that
turned-
later.
You
Yeah.
turn to face the egg sac. You just focus your spell and the energy into your palm and just let it loose on it. You see fire
Yeah.
just begin to engulf it. It is currently alight. It is not immediately destroyed, but it is. Yeah, it is very bright. Even with the torchlight going, the produce flame produces quite a bright just burst. The egg sac seems to be burning. It's not burnt up yet, but it is getting there. However,
Good.
would you like to use any more of your movement or any bonus actions?
No, I think I'm just gonna stay here and watch these burn and make sure they die.
Okay. Next up, we have our friend, Big Orange Spider, who is going to phase into existence again, right behind Ugbu, who is currently just dealing with the spiders that had climbed all over him. And you notice now on your armor, some of them have just dropped dead, and like the crawling has stopped, but there's now just hundreds of spiders just falling off of you, completely lifeless, as this thing, and you hear it appear behind you, and it is going to lash out at you yet again. Bite. I believe
Oh, no.
a natural 20 hits.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Okay, I'm just gonna, because they added so many more numbers to this, I'm just gonna start using the actual Roll20 crit calculator.
Okay.
So I need you to make me a savings throw of 11, Constitution save, please.
It's pretty hard to
You-
miss for me.
And you have bless. You have bless.
You have bless. You have bless.
Roll a 2, bud.
Ooh.
God.
Just make it.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
my
okay, I'll
God.
succeed. Okay, so I take.
So I'm gonna add the 11 and the 9 together. You take a flat 20 piercing damage, just straight up. And then the poison, it's supposed to be
+8 then?
It's supposed to be 4d8, and it rolled 4, and there's no extra poison damage on there.
I see the D8.
48
7,
with
6,
16.
2, and 1.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 4d8.
That is
Yeah,
4D8.
4d8, 7, 6, 2, 1.
Yeah, but it crit, so do I double that? And then reduce it by half because you succeeded on
Oh.
the save.
Oh, well, I mean, in that case, it would just be 16. 'cause
Yeah,
Yes.
so you double it would be 32, and then halved
Okay,
because
yeah,
you
yeah,
succeeded, you take 16
understand.
points of damage.
So I take 27, so I take 36 points of damage. I take what's rolled there.
11 plus 9. Yeah. You take 36 points of damage total from that crit. Holy
Cool.
shit. Oh
Ow.
my god.
I'm in pain.
I'm not sure how it does
my
the
gosh.
dice. It just re-rolls like a dice to do it. Okay, yeah, so you take that
Weird.
hit and you are immediately just suffering. You do not, however, become paralyzed from
Thank God.
the poison that is being repeatedly injected into your system at this point. As it once again just this time in the top of the other leg, like both calves now have
just imagine-
like piercing wounds in them. You can tell it's aiming for major arteries. This is a relatively wise creature in terms of strategy.
Good thing he's not very good at it.
Imagine that you didn't have bless there.
Yeah, that would have been so
Right.
painful. And the I think it only paralyzes you if it drops you to, if you drop to 0 while poisoned. It's not like
Yeah.
an immediate paralysis.
Depending
Ah.
on the spider, but usually, yeah.
However, it used its turn to bonus action itself in here. So Ugbu, you're up. You are now face to face with a spider. It's looking rough. It is bloodied. It is not doing great. They don't have a lot of hit points. They're kind of squishy. But you just took a fucking hit, my dude.
I'm gonna, as a bonus action, use Fighting Spirit and give myself advantage on weapon attack rolls to the end of my turn, and give myself 5 temporary HP.
I'm gonna smash it with my axe.
Twice.
Smash it with the axe. Go ahead. Both hit substantially.
That's the first swing.
Oh yeah, you're at advantage. So 27
slashing
hits. 10 points slashing damage. It is still just barely alive. It is holding on. You have now cleaved one of its legs off entirely, and it's now down to a 7-legged creature. And it's beginning to kind of limp away in fear, but it can't quite make its escape. 16 does hit. This will do
Plus
it.
8 damage.
Yeah. So this time you bring the axe over your head, sensing your opportunity, you just bring it down with all your might and kind of split the spider's head right in half down the middle. And it just collapses under or as a pile of dead weight onto the cavern floor. Oh, fuck. Good smash, my dude. You do still have your movement and a bonus action if you used Fighting Spirit.
No, I used my bonus action.
But you do still have your movement if you'd like to use it.
I'm good.
Okay, you gonna sit tight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just move back 1 square.
All right, that's fair. Okay.
How
so
much of the shit's on fire at this point?
this entire egg sac area has burned.
Good.
This one is
Does it
still
spread at all?
This one is still fine. There's a bit of space on the floor in some spots that's kind of preventing
Yeah,
it from
okay, so-
spreading to each cluster. That's kind of built in different clusters that you could have tried to sneak your way around.
And then the one
Uh,
above to my right is obviously being engulfed as we speak. Because Buddy lit it on
Yeah.
fire.
No, Buddy lit that one on fire.
Oh, okay.
But like that one is not going to hatch now. These
Cool.
two don't appear to be quivering as much. They're a little smaller. You can gather
Okay.
they're maybe not quite ready to hatch. However, these ones are definitely wiggling quite ferociously.
Good.
So that will be your turn. The other spider is up, and now that you have essentially killed its, I'm not going to say mate because they don't mate in the traditional sense, but its den occupant, it is unhappy with you. And once again, you, as of just another one of these massive spiders phases in next to you, seemingly having been observing this exchange, and is going to, I'm sorry, take another attack against you.
You should be thanking me. I killed the thing that was going to kill you after you fucked.
That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, it is.
You take 10 points piercing damage,
Oh, boy.
and you need you to roll me another Constitution save, please. I love these creatures so much. I really do. Phase spiders are low key. Oh, you're good, my dude. Okay, so you take 21 points of damage altogether, because you get halved on the poison. How you looking?
I have more than 1 hit point, but less than 3.
Oh my god. So as this creature just phases in behind you and just launches itself at you, kind of like almost pinning you down, and just lashes its fangs right dead center into your chest, aiming for the heart. And you do feel it puncture a rib. And you worry that may be broken. And once again, you feel the poison beginning to take hold. You're still resisting it, but now this is the 3rd time you've had this shit injected into your system. and it is beginning to wear on you. Your both legs are kind of going numb at this point. You can still stand, but like the feeling is going away.
Let's be fair. It's the third time today.
My pubum is nubbum.
Yeah, pretty much that's what's
pubum.
happening.
My pubum. Pubum.
You know what? Just for fun, roll me a Constitution save. This is not going to have like any serious effects. I just
Gladly.
Yep. Okay, you're good. It hasn't begun to affect your ability to speak yet. If it was a little higher up into the neck, it might have begun spreading to the face. But currently, just both your legs and your chest are growing numb. Yep.
Chest, yeah.
So that will be its turn. Next up, we have Ebil. Go ahead, buddy. This was supposed to be an easy encounter.
Cast Sanctuary, which will immediately, disappear. Because I cast it on Ugbu, and then Ugbu makes an attack immediately with a reaction. So it just kind of is a go and attack, buddy!
Okay, you get another go ahead to attack, buddy. Go ahead and make your attack.
Bruh.
It does cost his reaction to do that, right? Just so I understand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
That's literally the only other reaction I have is an opportunity attack. So this is better.
That's fine.
My turn ended, so fighting spirit ended. Does a 13 hit?
You're still
Yeah,
blessed.
just barely.
Okay.
You are blessed.
Yeah, I
but
was gonna say if not, then I'll roll the d4. But if it hits, I won't.
Here's a question: if you roll a 16 and then roll a 4 on bless and hit 20, is that a crit?
No.
Fair enough. 17.
I rolled
Oh,
a 12. That's a max damage. Let's
Oh.
fucking go.
Oh!
okay. I'm gonna.
Too bad that wasn't a crit.
Yeah,
Holy-
you once again this time. Now, as this creature has begun lashing out at you, you push it off yourself, and with almost one hand, like you just barely get the second hand on the axe, swing it around across its front and kind of cut off one of the fangs a little bit. It's still sharp and it can still puncture you, but like you've now gouged this creature's face, and it is beginning to reassess its decisions. It seems.
Way to be! Jeez!
Oh!
All right.
Yeah, you beat that weapon. You beat that weapon good.
I'll beat him off.
Yeah, you beat it off.
Ebil, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Oh no, I just watched my friend beat it off in front of me. I'm pretty good.
All right, next up, we have Buddy. Buddy coming in. What do you got going on? Your party of evil is not looking good. Ugbu is just fucked looking.
I look over at the piles of bodies and I say, I can't let these ones become those ones.
And I step forward in front of the spider, trying to get interpose, but do it very poorly. I'm just kind of like, and then with one arm, I just kind of slap down and cast Cure Wounds at level 3.
Okay, I'm gonna say as a bonus action, roll me an intimidation check on the spider, please.
Hey! Okay, -1. That's
Or animal handling.
Ooh, there we go. Okay, yeah, that'd be great. Hubaba.
Hubba! Okay.
Yeah.
It is. It definitely appears to be focused on you. It's not sure. You're not sure if it's going to attack you or calm down at this point. The former seems more likely than the latter, but at very least, its gaze has shifted to you.
Both work, just stay right here, buddy,
And slap down and up. Go. Hey, there we go. 19 points to you there.
Here you go,
Plus,
buddy.
Hup. Where are you? There you
Yeah, because you got the moon trident too.
go. Moon sickle.
Yep. Oh yeah, the moon trident's mine. I have that. There you go.
Moon sickle +2, so 21 points of healing. And I'm just
Huge.
continuing that. That's just
Hey, buddy.
stay right here.
Yeah. The spider's gaze is locked firmly upon you at this point.
Oh, I didn't think about a part B to this plan.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's me.
Okay. Nothing happening there. That spider is dead, so it can take it out of the initiative order. Next up, we have Ugbu before the spider. So you know its next attack is coming. You have a few seconds to deal with this. What are you going to do? It's looking pretty rough after your first strike.
as much as I want to use Fighting Spirit again, I'm gonna actually use Second Wind to roll my 1d10 plus 6.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Hey, let's
11
go,
points
dude.
of healing. Good. And then I'm gonna attack it twice.
With advantage, right? So.
No.
Oh, you
I
didn't use Fighting
assume a
Spirit.
10 wouldn't hit, right?
10 does miss. 16 does hit. You
Okay,
are still
so I'm
blessed.
gonna roll my
You're
d4.
still-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blessings of Lurth compel you.
Unfortunately,
11,
you
yeah.
do not make the hit on that one.
Not well enough.
So you swing the first time, trying to just cleave this creature in twixt. However, are unsuccessful as it kind of manages to maneuver out of the way. But your second strike, as you loop it around and bring it back down the opposite direction,
Does
does
12 slashing damage.
oh. You rolled 17 before.
Mhm.
Need to do basic math. It's still barely standing. It's like a couple hit points left. You bring the axe back down, as like I said, and cleave off yet another one of its legs. So you've turned this into a 7-legged spider now too. Yes, the other one had a leg chopped off. And it begins to recoil. You definitely are getting the sense that this creature does not want to die. And its survival instinct has begun to kick in a little bit as it starts to recoil from you.
No one
Can I-
wants to die, little buddy, but it all
Can I go?
comes
Can I
down
move
to it.
around and flank it
Yeah, you could.
like that?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna do that to prevent it from going backwards.
Cool.
I don't know. I forgot that they can teleport, but I'm stupid. So.
I mean, hey. Next up, it
And
is
by
its
me, I
turn.
mean Ugbu did.
That's fair. Next turn, it is as a bonus action. You all look as once again that kind of energy just coalesces and the spider vanishes from sight, leaving the space there empty. And next up, we have Ebil. There are still a number of egg sacs quivering tremendously. What would you like to do?
Be still, my shaking sacks. Is the one on fire still burning?
Oh, it's dead. The fire is still
Okay.
burning, but you can see the egg and most of its contents have been more or less incinerated at this point.
Is there a little? Here and
Yeah,
there?
just like a. Definitely, it's more of like a crack. It's like a snap, crackle, and pop kind of deal.
Like bubble wrap.
Okay, so I think I'm just gonna once again go. Oh, get punch!
And I'm gonna mind spike or whatever it's called. Another another
sac?
one of the egg sacs. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just get-
I'll roll the swarm save. They fail, I believe.
Okay.
What's your save DC?
Mine's liver. My
15.
bad. It is 15. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so they fail. They take 9 points of psychic damage.
9 points of psychic damage.
It just begins to quiver more angrily at this point, as you can tell the contents have been disturbed most unpleasantly and are trying to escape. It is not their turn yet, however. Is that your turn?
That is all I'm gonna do this turn.
All right, buddy, you're up. You see these eggs just like quivering like mad, like they are ready to burst. What would you like to do?
Oh, geez, okay. I'm just gonna keep doing what I was doing, and I'm gonna produce flame at them as well.
Go for it. Blast it.
Blasting.
I'm gonna
Anyway.
blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the damage on that. Holy shit.
Oh, there we go.
That'll do
okay.
it.
And
So,
yeah, fire just.
yeah, this time you kind of just like focus your hands and the fire just begins pouring out and you kind of focus your energy into it and it grows and just consumes the entire egg sac. The amount of damage done between the two of you having done enough
just
to finish
cheering.
both it and its contents off.
Yes, be consumed by eternal flame.
There are still a number of egg sacs, but none of them appear to be at the point of being ready to hatch. So, it's up to you how you would like to proceed, but as far as you can tell, the last of the large spiders has seemingly run off, knowing that, you know, it would surely meet its end if it stayed to try to fight you all. It can understand when its hive or when its home has been taken. It is no longer safe here for it.
No quarter for the Craven!
And
Right.
Okay, I guess we're gonna set them all on fire.
Destroy every single exec. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Just gonna
over the
take
next
out another torch and just go set them all on fire.
Perfect. So over the next 5-10 minutes here, you spend just taking the torch to each of them, burning them. A couple spiders try to escape. You just easily stomp them out with your foot. And you have cleared this room of the spider infestation. There is still some gear left on the adventurers, though notably some of it has been a little charred and singed. It's mostly just basic, straightforward stuff. But I would like you all to roll me, or anyone who would like to actively be searching bodies, to roll me an investigation check.
I'm a greedy orc.
Good God.
That's trash.
Sure, I'll roll an investigation check too, although 14. Okay.
No, between the three of you, you don't manage to find much. Small assortment of gold. If these characters do survive and you end up playing them again at some point, you can each add 5 gold to your inventory. Collectively, you found about 15 and some pocket change.
Did I find?
Did I find any spiders that weren't completely burnt to a crisp?
I was gonna say.
You found a couple that were like
or
on
they
the
were
edge,
cooked?
and they have been thoroughly cooked.
I'm gonna eat them, as
Yeah,
many
they're
of them as I can.
Quite delicious.
I'm
The
hungry
kind
as
of
fuck.
the carapace or shell or whatever kind of gives off a bit of a nutty taste when it's cooked and burnt. It kind of has like almost a peanutty flavor to it.
Yeah, it does.
Actually, seems like
This seems like a good place to take a rest now that we've killed everything.
Big, you do look like you're in a little bit of pain. Does this spot hurt, by the way?
And I like poke one of the spots the spiders bit you, because I'm assuming
Ow!
you're not.
You
I'll
don't feel,
fucking punch
don't
you in
feel
the
a thing.
face.
Yeah, you don't
Oh, I
feel
know.
a thing.
Okay, never mind then. If I don't feel
Trust
anything.
him,
Yeah.
he told me he was a doctor before.
Yeah,
No, I
there's-
don't. It feels fine. I don't feel anything.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing. I mean, good for you. I'm so happy. I'm so glad you're okay.
I'm so glad we didn't become the spider's food.
Is my walking a little wobbly at all?
Yeah, a little. Like you can stand, your legs still work and everything, but like it's almost like your legs are asleep at this point. Like you've been sitting cross-legged for too long. But you're kind of stuck in that phase. Like it will not go away. It's like pins and needles.
Yeah, we got to take a rest here.
Yeah, we can do that. It's kind of nice. It's warm in here now.
Yeah.
Smells funny. Actually, kind of good.
It smells
Is
like
any- are any of the-
rot and burnt spider shell or
That
What
smells
else?
good
Anything
to me.
that's close to a cooked spider leg? Like,
oh yeah, there's plenty.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
there's
right,
quite a
there's the
few that survived
Big
on the
spider
fridge.
too.
Yeah, there is the
I'll
big
grab
one.
that.
If you want to cook those, you'd have to take the time to do so. But like, if we want to take
No,
a
I'm
short
just gonna
rest, you
chop
could
a
easily.
leg off and start eating it raw.
That's fair.
I don't
So, am I understanding you'd like to take a short rest at this point?
Yeah. You guys are cool with it?
Probably a good idea. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm full of those.
All right.
Time to use some
So,
hiccups.
we're going to take a quick break here now, as this is going to be a bit of a faster session. We're only going to go on for like 2.5, maybe 3 hours if things really drag out. But we're going to go ahead and take our quick little in-between stream break here. It's going to take a quick 10 minutes. We're going to hit the bathroom, grab a smoke, do whatever we need to do. And we'll be back in just about 10. So please do stick around. If you don't, I understand. It's all good. I won't hold it against you. But in the meantime, we'll be back in just about 10 minutes. Thank you all for stopping by up to this point. Thank you, Tark, for that sub. It's 3 months in a row now. Mwah, my dude. 3 mouth
Thank
hugs for you.
everybody.
We'll be back in just a few minutes, folks. And we're back. Hello, everybody. Thank you for sticking around. It is appreciated. It was a nice quick break. I can turn off the combat music now. We got epic combat music through the whole break. That's good. That's what you want. So,
Do you have Sirenscape going?
no.
Okay.
Had to cancel it. Wasn't in the budget.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
figure out the budget. I miss my sound effects. Now we have like a sweet piano ballad going, and we're just gonna skip that. We're just gonna reset the tone, reset.
Am I the only
mood.
one who took damage during that fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
I love that you made a character specifically that's just terrible. It's great.
He's
Like,
really
you
good
were,
at
like,
fighting
really
and nothing
beefy.
else.
Yep.
Yep.
And it helped that you were like in the path the whole time. There's like no line of sight on anyone else. Anyway, so party started off trapped in the basement. We progressed through some less than stellar survival, skill checks, and ended up in the den of what appeared to be a pair of space spiders who had just quite the brood on the way. A large combat ensued. Ugbu was almost just shuffled loose the mortal coil by fangs and poison.
If I hadn't used that one fighting spirit, I would have died, or I would have been unconscious.
That and the bless. That bless saved your ass.
That as well, yeah.
Anyway, we're going to pick up there. You have taken a short rest, gotten back a little bit of hit points, or hit dice, I see. And, tried to recover from what ended up being a surprisingly powerful creature. Though, that's not entirely uncommon here in the Underdark, as you well know.
I fought tougher.
Your rest has come to an end. Feel a little better, still kind of worse for wear, though the feeling has begun to return in both of your legs, and your chest is no longer numb. Breathing has returned normal. What would you like to do? There's
punching my legs to get the blood flowing again.
There are a number of like very small caverns that you could capably crawl through, not comfortably, and there is one kind of tunnel leading towards the northwest of the, or what you would gather to be the northwest. There's no sense of direction down here of this cavern. How'd you like to proceed?
Well, Ebil, you picked a good path last time, so why don't you do that again this time?
Yeah, I did, didn't I? Okay, so let's see. What are my pathing options? Why don't we?
I say that, but I also would like to try and determine a good route.
Yeah. I mean, let's just keep going, I guess. Straight up.
Yeah.
Let's-
I like that.
The 19.
I see.
I want to see what his roll is. Don't tell me based on my roll yet.
Okay.
Because I'm not necessarily going to tell him.
Roll a survival check.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't going to say shit.
The most straightforward path is often the correct one.
Yeah, there's a very small tunnel that like you could easily crawl through. But it is unlikely that he's having a conversation with someone else, so I'm just gonna wait a second. These are the homies, yeah. Best henchmen ever.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back.
No worries. Like I said, there are a number of smaller kind of caverns and like tunnels that go off. They're usually like mostly full of cobwebs and everything, but a couple of them look like you could crawl through them fairly easily. Meanwhile, your larger orc companion is more or less relegated, stuck kind of going with the general size. It's unlikely, or like path. It's unlikely he'd be able to fit through that. Ugbu, you know for a fact with that roll, you are not going to fit through any of those smaller caverns. You could try to lube up a little bit, like Winnie Pooh style. Get the honey.
Chili, hold on. Is the plan to go through a smaller hole?
Oh, I don't know if I could necessarily fit through there. But
I don't think I could either.
Buddy, friends or buddy or pass, how deep is this? How deep do these holes look like they are?
The holes? I mean, they look like they go for a long time.
How long is a long time?
One sec, I'm gonna check, and I go up to one of the holes, and I'm just gonna shout, and I'm gonna listen for the echo.
Roll me a perception check.
Ba-ba-ba!
And it kind of just echoes off into the distance. It takes a while to come back to you, but
You think we could make it in a minute?
You see, I'm like counting the seconds. No.
No, are you sure? I think we should try. I have a great idea.
No, I think we should go on to the big path. I'm gonna get stuck every other way we go. No matter what you guys
And I
do.
cast reduce, and I used two sorcery points. I used 2 sorcery points to twin it. So now both of you are half side.
I did not see that. I
Incredible.
forgot that spell existed. Yeah.
All right, run!
Okay. Let's go.
All right. I assume you're all gonna
Okay,
make
I'm gonna
low
follow him
key.
this time.
Okay. So you managed to find a couple tunnels. The one that appears to be the shortest is one that starts here and kind of goes off to this direction. Thereby bypassing this hazardous encounter I had prepared for you.
We took a warp pipe.
Yeah, you literally. Oh god.
Blip, blip, blip.
Yeah. However, as you're crawling, you hear the sound once again of running water. You gather there is a large number of just underground kind of rivers and streams that make their way through here. This one sounds a little bigger. And as you crawl through the tunnel in your tiny stature, very small, especially Ebil. You used it, or did you use it on yourself as well?
I could only use it on one additional target.
Okay, so it's just Buddy and
I'm guessing we're both.
You both are
I'm
going.
obviously
and I'm
much
crawling.
larger than you, and he's probably at least a little.
Yeah, you're
larger.
like, was it get you down to half your size, that spell?
Yeah, so you're like 3.5 feet. You're still smaller
Yeah.
than I am.
Yeah, you're very small. You're like halfling size. Or gnome sized. Anyway, instead of...
This is what it feels like to be those little twerps that I'll crush.
Yeah, more or less. It kind of puts things in perspective for you. So as you progress and you feel kind of like the rush of wind as you near the end of this tunnel, there's just a dampness on the air. There's like a mist coming off of it. And you kind of come to the end of this tunnel
Is it
and look
moist?
down. It is very moist. It is exceptionally moist. However, as you look down, you see below you, just, and if you all want to move your people up to there, you can see what I'm talking about. It's just a large, almost pit, a large cavern that sinks itself downward. Pretty much a sinkhole. You see at the bottom a number of stalactites and bodies and just different piles of junk that has kind of found its way through here, and you see the water rushing past it very quickly. Some kind of like sinkhole that has formed over this very large underground river. Below, you do see a number of cobwebs that have been built.
Oh.
And it appears that the spiders had been using this tunnel to access this area. And you notice a number of bodies. Like, there's more leftover gear and tools and swords and weapons in this pit than there are bodies. And you gather that's probably where the spiders were getting some of their food from, or we're adventurers that found their way in here from the other side. You look up and you see a 5x5 almost, about 5 foot, sometimes getting down to like 2 or 1 feet in width, wrapping along about 30 feet above you, up a vertical cliff face. Took a shortcut, but you came out much lower than the path above. What would you like to do?
Is there anything exceptionally shiny amongst the dead?
It's about a 40 foot to 50 foot drop, maybe more.
Oh,
And that's the tallest stalagmite.
how
Glad I
far
didn't
up
fuck
did
that
you
up.
say it is?
If I fucked up stalagmite versus stalactite, my geologist father
I
would
never
disown me.
remember.
I think
Never
stalactite.
remember.
I think
Stalactite comes from the top.
Yeah,
There's a
because
T in it.
T
It
is
comes from the
top,
top. DM advice. Thank you for that hydrate, Hinatoma.
And then how far did you say it was up from us? Because we come out on the
You're
side.
probably 30, 40 feet below this
Hmm.
path above. And it's a sheer
Okay.
rock face. It's quite damp. There's a fair amount of moss. You see some more of those glowing mushrooms that is kind of taken up hold in the damp down here. It is quite a
Well,
climb in either direction.
Seems like we're in a bit of a spot. Fortunately for us, boys, I think that I have gear for this.
Hold on. Yup.
Piano ballads aren't the right vibe right now. What's up?
All right. Are either of you particularly good at climbing, or do you want me to do this?
You're still tiny.
Well, I mean,
right.
it depends. It only lasts a minute, so it may have
Oh,
in the time it took to get through the tunnel.
Roll me just like a straight intelligence check, Ebil.
I mean, sure. That's fine. That's fine.
wait, I'm tiny.
I think I might have the gear for this.
14.
You're smart enough to know that while Ugbu currently fits in this tunnel, were he to resume to his normal size, he would, at this point, surely be stuck. Or at least wedged rather tightly.
Yeah, buddy, you won't be as cold soon, and the shrinkage won't be a problem for much longer.
Oh, okay. I only know what 3 of those words mean.
You're gonna get big again soon!
Oh,
shit.
oh.
Okay. I'm gonna
yeah.
climb out and start climbing up. Like just find a place to grab onto the wall while I get large.
Okay.
It's my
Roll
only fucking
me-
option at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You took the shortcut. Yeah. No.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out how to roll this in
Yeah.
terms of it because you're tiny. You're 3 feet tall and this is a sheer rock cliff. You have 0 climbing gear whatsoever.
Yeah. No, I've plenty of climbing gear. What are you talking about? So I
You
got
have,
starter
like,
gear. I have
Pittons.
a hammer, 10 pittons.
Okay, so we're climbing now. Roll me an
a
athletics
crowbar-
check at
the crowbar's
disadvantage.
not really necessary. At disadvantage?
You're very small.
'Cause I'm
and it is
tiny,
a very
right?
difficult cliff to
I
climb.
said athletics.
About that, okay.
No. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab onto the cliff until I get tall. Until I get normal size. Then I'm gonna start climbing. 'Cause fuck climbing while I'm small.
You still need to make an athletics check
Yes.
to grab a good
Just
spot.
this is just to hold on, yeah. 10.
So a 10. Yeah, you kind of like try to do the thing where you like put your legs out forward like you're gonna go down a ladder on a boat. Put your butt towards it and then lower your legs down and try to grab a spot under the hole. And you kind of begin to lose traction on some of the moss that is congregated here on this kind of damp wall. You do maintain your grip, but you kind of slide down about 5 feet before you latch on to a decent
That's fine.
spot to hold on to. You didn't roll low enough, you fell. Thank God.
Okay, so I don't need to make a saving throw. That's good.
No. 10 was
Good,
like
good.
the bare minimum to not fall.
That's a rolled 2.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Alright, so, here's the thing. I can make you big.
No, enough of the fucking changing of the sizes. It's just gonna get us fucked up again.
But we're climbing things and I'm bad at it.
We'll stay here till I get to the top, and then I'll drop a rope down.
Okay. We'll be here.
The both of you, stay here.
Okay.
And Buddy I assume can fit in the end, at least the end of the.
It got thinner kind of as you came towards the spot a little bit,
Oh.
but like Buddy is average sized, I'd say. You're a wood elf,
Yeah.
you're fairly lithe.
I'm a chunky wood elf.
Oh, you're
Would I-
chunky specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did say chunky.
You're a little softer though. Like the flesh has a little more give than Ugbu's pure muscle and manhood.
Elves
so
are
you might
just
not.
generally built taller and thinner as well.
Yeah, so
We-
I cast Fireball.
Yeah, we
Okay,
are looking
Caleb.
at a genuine like Winnie the Pooh situation here, though. Like straight up.
Yeah.
But I'm
that-
actually 7 feet tall. Okay, so has the minute passed? Am I large again?
Yeah.
And
You
do
just-
I have
you
to
kind of grab on a
readjust?
steady. Yeah, I would say it's not going to be a disadvantage. It's just a straight roll to just make sure you maintain, because you kind of like it pops
Yeah,
back.
22.
It's you kind of have to like maintain your grip as you're growing back to your normal 7-foot figure. 22 is fine. You just essentially just punch your fingers into the stone and hold yourself there. You got this.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
It's
All right.
it's going to be a difficult climb, but it's
Time to
doable.
climb.
Yeah. So I'm gonna climb and attach pittons every, like whenever it's. I'm probably for what 40 feet. Although I fell 5 feet. 45.
Yeah, you're about 45 feet down.
Okay, perfect.
I'm not
So
sure
I'll
what
use-
the standard is for attaching pittons to a cliff.
I'll
there's
just put one
the-
every 15 feet or so. It's just so that the rope can go down
Okay.
through them, and then as I'm climbing, I'm going to take the rope, feed it up through the pit.
Okay. So you're
And
going to
whatnot.
put 2 down on the way up, essentially, is what you're saying.
3,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, 45 feet would be the very top.
Okay, yeah, but I only need to go from above the hole that they're in.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
Just
2. Yeah. So it's just going to be 2 checks to do that because you have to physically stop, hammer in this nail, which again you can pretty much just do with your bare orc fist at this point.
I have a hammer though.
Yeah, so
Yep, I
it
do.
will won't be at disadvantage or anything. It could be athletics. You could go strength saving throw, your choice. I'd say
They're
probably
both plus
athletics
8.
to like maintain your grip and just hammer this thing in.
First one, 15.
15. That's doable. So first one is secure. You maintain your grip and you kind of like lash the rope through it, tie it off nice, so there's like a reasonable space to climb.
Yeah, and there's a knot on the bottom end, and then through there, I'm now gonna start using that in case I fall. Like if I can hold on to the rope if I fall.
Yeah,
It's now
I
anchored.
assume at this point you have the rope like firmly in your grasp or wrapped around yourself. And you're
then-
going to continue climbing. What are the other twos doing at this point? And Buddy, you feel as the spell begins to wear off, you are kind of expanding back to your usual thick boy self here in this cavern. And you feel it kind of get tighter. And you're
You
not
just
sure
see
if
me
you're...
kind of like panicking, and you just kind of hear, and then I'm gonna
Ebil.
turn into a spider.
Oh, I love
Wait,
it.
you're a druid? That's right.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
Evil,
wait.
you notice
Oh, wait.
you
Wait.
notice. Go ahead.
Why am I waiting for him to climb when I have slippers?
I
Oh,
was
wait.
wondering when you'd remember that. So as you grow and get kind of like wedged in here, you feel yourself kind of tight. You're like, and Ebil, as this is happening, you notice the light from behind you that was coming from the end of the tunnel. It's just dim. It's just getting increasingly dim as the form expands, and then it reappears as into a, I'm assuming, a fairly small spider.
Yeah, just a normal spider.
You see a small spider in its stead.
And you can actually hear, if you listen really closely, it kind of makes a sound.
There you go.
Okay, well, I guess we all had our own ways of dealing with this, so that's good.
I'm unaware any of this is going on. I'm busy.
Yeah, you have no idea.
clunk,
So roll me
clunk.
another check for the. You
already-
rolled a natural 20 with a +8. Yeah, no problem. You just like literally as you just hold it and just drive it right into the rock without issue. Wrap the rope around it and continue to the top. You make it safely with that nat 20, no problem. That's a
And then
28. for fuck's sake.
Unknowingly, I'm gonna take out another pit and hammer it into the ground at the top and tie the rope off for them to climb it.
Yeah.
And not knowing that they're
As you do so,
pretty much.
Ebil, you said you're going to use your slippers. You frozen?
Yeah,
Oh, there we
yeah.
go.
Use the slippers.
Okay. So you're just gonna walk up. As you get the final thing attached, free of an athletics check, because you managed to walk your way up. It is still a little slippery. Do the slippers work on slippery material? You'd be enough to grip. I'm just trying to figure out if you would have to roll for it.
They work on anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So you managed to like
So,
find enough
like,
dry spots on
actual
the stone,
Water.
like to actually make your way up. And then Buddy just up behind you, and Ugbu, you see, it's a decently, it's like it's a decent sized spider. It's nothing massive or terrifying. Just crawl up the top of the cliff face.
I'm gonna fucking stomp on it. It's a spider. We just fought a bunch of spiders. I'm gonna stomp on the fucking
Roll me
spider.
an attack.
I'm just
Does
gonna
he
watch
come up
that.
before?
Roll
Okay.
me an unarmed attack. Evil's gonna watch it happen. Brutal. So this is a kick.
It's a stomp.
That's a
29.
19, which definitely hits a spider's
Yeah,
AC.
yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
I don't think like a tiny, like a regular spider has a lot of HP
1
to work
HP.
with. Yeah, so
So you
You-
turn back into you and take 5 points of damage.
yeah, you raise your foot and slam it down and expect that familiar. Instead, there's kind of just like a as Buddy's somewhat thick form appears beneath your foot, and the rest of your momentum just sinks into his chest.
Oh shit, do I kick him back off the cliff?
No, you just did a stomp.
Okay, good.
That would be...
I was just hoping that his momentum, like,
No, you, like,
regrowing.
flattened him on the ground.
Oh, so he comes back prone, probably.
Yeah,
That was
prone
right,
on
by
his
the way.
back.
Oh, so I just back stomped. Oh no.
Oh shit!
I
What the fuck? I'm so sorry.
kind of forget I can do that sometimes.
Ah, you scared the fuck out of me. Why would you do that? We just killed a bunch of those things.
Oh yeah, that's why I was a spur of the moment thing. I just, first thing, it was spider. I panicked. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, I hope you're okay, because we gotta move. Where the
I'll
fuck
be
is
fine.
Ebil?
Oh yeah.
Ebil
Thank
just-
you, guys.
You see
Ebil-
Ebil just
Ah!
comfortably walking up the side with these nice, kind of black slippers with like white webbing kind of sewn into them.
I just look
seems
at the
very
rope and
comfortable.
look at you.
Yeah.
And I grab the rope and I like carry it back up.
This is very nice of you, by the way.
It was.
Yeah.
I just silently grab the rope, start walking.
Oh, you're speeding me up. It's like an escalator.
No, like I take it from you, coil it up, put it back, and
Okay,
I'm not carrying you anymore.
let's get out of here.
Okay.
All right. So you are on a thin kind of cliffside path that wraps around the kind of the outside of this space. It is wet, it is slippery, and it is quite thin at some points, particularly this one. So, how are we going to proceed?
gonna like traverse it, like climbing,
Actually, you know
rock
what?
climbing, traversing.
Yeah, so we're
I
going to
need
make
to.
this part a skill challenge.
Okay.
What you're going to do is collectively or individually think of a way that you are going to help your team proceed across this precipice successfully. And then we're all going to roll, and based on the number of successes or failures, we'll see how it goes together as a squad and individual. So, who would like to start?
Okay. So,
All right. Well, I'm gonna do the same fucking thing that I just did, but horizontally.
Okay,
I mean,
so you're going to try to balance on a
could give-
2-foot thin.
You could give me the rope. I could climb along the wall and then, like, hammer
Yeah.
it down. Yeah.
'Cause you can't fall. It's just fancy shoes.
Yeah, it's special webbing. I picked it up from the eggs back there. I just slapped some webs to my boots, and apparently I can walk now.
Insight.
Oh.
Insight check.
Deceive me. Roll the deception check, probably, right?
Most likely.
probably. I'm not terrible at those.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, you believe. Yeah,
Wow.
it seems honest and forthright.
God damn it! I should have done that.
Oh no, I should have mentioned it. It was just a thing I didn't pass in, you know?
It's okay. There will surely be more, and I can do it then.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Okay, here, give me one under the rope.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the fucking rope, some
so-
pittons, and a hammer.
This is an easy one.
Cross and across the way, do-ba-do-ba-do.
Roll me
I wish-
a strength check, please. Or
Strength check.
you said you're gonna drive a pitton into the stone.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
of course a
did.
strength check.
Did
Actually, you know what?
indeed say
Yeah, strength or
Wow.
athletics, whatever you have a preference in.
Neither. They're both bad.
Perfect.
It's not the hardest thing to drive one into. It's stone. It's not easy, and you need to find a good spot to do it. But
That's the point, though. So
it's also like how well can you get
Okay,
it wedged
well,
in? 16 is
thankfully I
pretty
still rolled.
reasonable.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that can handle Ugbu's girth. And Buddy's like, I mean, apart from the being smushed thing, doing okay.
I'm doing just fine.
as his back cracks back
Yeah.
in position.
Yes, it was almost like chiropractic, you know, like it helped. a little
I
bit.
did it, guys. It's great.
Yeah, you managed to secure the rope fairly well.
breathing for the first time in years. It's great.
For the first time in forever.
There'll be magic. There'll be light.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? We are bringers of darkness and pain.
Right.
For the first time in forever.
Ugbu, what are you doing? How are you helping your team? Or buddy,
Well,
whichever one of you has an idea.
Do you want me to go across and show you the best footholds? So that it's a lot easier for you, buddy.
That'd be nice. Yeah, do that. I'll watch. I'll take notes.
Okay.
So can I do like, yeah? Because
Okay.
you use strength. Did you use strength or athletics? I would assume I'd have to use a different
Strength
skill
athletics.
either
For
of those, right?
you, it's going to be acrobatics because you
Yeah.
were trying to walk along a very small path. But because your teammate actually managed to successfully drive that pin into the stone with that 16, you will be rolling at advantage because you have a firm grip on a nice sturdy brace.
Hey.
Excellent. My acrobatics is still really good. 10.
Okay, so you all watch as Ugbu just begins advancing, holding onto the rope, seems to be doing okay, and then reaches the thinnest point, and as he begins to shuffle, his girth, just massive pectorals, kind of hit the stone, and he can't quite wedge them by. He tries to lean back a little, and
They really
begins
are
to
huge.
slip, and loses your foot, or loses his footing, and you fall. Still holding on to the rope, however, which is quite firmly attached for now. There's quite a bit of weight dangling, but you fall and are kind of now hanging off the edge
Strength
above
saving
the
throw?
precipice below. And yeah, I'm going to say roll me a strength saving throw.
Ugbu, no.
Not at disadvantage because you have a rope. Ooh, 19. Okay. Yeah. You manage to just lock your foot and find yourself a stone to prop against, and with the rope kind of hanging out there, you stop yourself from falling. You are still currently hanging there. Buddy, would you like to do anything to assist in this moment while all this is happening? You have a reaction to this. You see Ugbu just kind of hanging there like...
I'm just gonna yell to him,
If you can get across yourself, just go.
I think I could, but I'm definitely not doing that. Can I grab the rope and start like trying to like pull it up like that to me?
it
Yeah,
is fed through a pitten.
Yep, the other side. So roll me a strength save at disadvantage, probably? No, just a strength saving throw.
Huh.
I'd say. Or athletics check, actually. Either one. 19 is fine. 19 is good. So, Ugbu is massive. 7 feet tall, very
Probably weighs
muscular
about
orc.
280, 300 pounds.
Yeah, like,
Jeez.
yeah, you're looking like a kind of like Brock Lesnar size or bigger.
You're doing good, bud. Keep it up.
And you're just...
Gee.
Brock
You're just-
Lesnar is not 7 feet
Only-
tall, though.
No, but he's a fucking truck.
Picture Dwight
Andre the
Howard, but
Brock
wider.
Lesnar muscles.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
buddy,
Yeah.
you're just grabbing the rope and hand over hand, just trying to pull in Ugbu. And Ugbu, as the rope begins to tighten again, you kind of like start leaning forward from where your feet are planted and can kind of maintain a grip
okay, yeah, and then
on the ledge.
I'll start with also a hand on the rope, but then assisting myself up with his help and pulling. Yeah.
So you climb up, no problem, but you only made it to about here. I pinged
Start where?
right about there.
Okay.
And you still have the rest of the distance to go. Also, you would be like where the pet
sorry.
is.
With the pet.
Yeah. So you're still gonna have to figure out a way to cross this safely. And Buddy, you may assist if you have any kind of idea here.
If you keep on going to the side, if you can, and tie the rope around you, then as you go to the side, I can climb up, and you can help me climb up by moving to the side. I think maybe.
Yeah. Okay, I could probably do that because I honestly got a bit of an idea from our buddy.
And you just see me.
But your buddy.
Oh, don't do that to me now.
He was confused.
Eyes go cross for a second.
Hey,
Same.
I'll be fine.
And you see just this weird, like, white, goopy liquid kind of forming on his feet. As I'm gonna cast Spider Climb on myself as well.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'll do that, and I'll hold the rope for Ugbu.
As you
Essentially,
like climb sideways towards.
yeah. Yes, you have like an anchor point now, and as you're walking, you're holding the rope. Your strength, just maintaining. This is a feat for you. You're not normally this strong, and you just kind of like pulling the rope. You manage to pull Ugbu most of the distance across the rest of the precipice on your way there. And
Thanks for
Ugbu-
the idea, Ebil.
Oh, my pleasure.
and Ugbu and Buddy both make it to the other end safely. That could have been really bad. It could have been really bad.
I mean, to be fair, he only pulled me straight up from where I was, not at an angle, because he was going to the side, but I was just going straight up. So don't I still have like 10, 15 feet to cross, or no?
I'd say with his help,
It's up
you're
to you.
fine. It was supposed
Okay.
to be a challenge, and the two of you rolled successes out of 3.
I guess because we
initially.
would have still had the rope
Yeah,
attached.
so between
to
the 3 of
buttons.
you and everyone holding the rope, I'm gonna let you have that one.
All right, see, once we get there,
That's a
get
double
the rope
assist.
packed back up.
We did
Wish
it.
I could.
We
I wish
did
I
it.
could do that. That was cool.
We did it.
Or if I see some webs, I'll plant them to your boots, and you'll be able to climb just like me.
Wait a minute.
Roll me a
Wait,
deception
wait,
check,
wait.
please, Ebil.
Can No, I want to, because now I've seen both of them do the same shit. Can I roll an intelligence check to try and figure out if this is magic related now?
I mean, I would say you're,
Really
what's
low
your,
intelligence.
what's your
I roll-
intelligence?
-2.
My last,
Oh.
I rolled a 6 to deceive,
Yeah,
so I'd
so
say there's a reasonably
Your
good
passive
shot.
insight probably beats the 6, I'm gonna assume, but
It's 9, but yeah.
so
Oh no.
you
My
get the
passives
sense
are 9, 8, 9.
wouldn't necessarily work quite like he's saying. You gather there's something more to it. If you'd like to roll, I'll let you, and we'll go in depth about how much you understand. But you can infer.
No, I
There's
just want to
some
know if
pretty-
it's magic, or if he's like full of
Go
shit
ahead,
or
roll me an
whatever. Like,
intelligence check.
I obviously am not gonna know details. 6.
Yeah. You're not sure that's quite how it works, but you're willing to go on faith a little bit. If the smart one
But I still
insists,
think you're kind of full of shit.
yeah, there's something else he's not telling you, but the logic seems sound.
I'm just gonna glare and go onwards.
I trust
Alright.
him entirely.
As your shirt. As your shirt.
I'm gonna lead the way this time so that we don't almost get stuck in a little earth butthole.
Right,
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Roll me a survival check. For this
Go great.
last, and as you are approaching this tunnel, you notice the sounds of the siege are beginning to grow a little louder.
You guys ready to die?
The rumbling is being
guys.
felt a little more strongly. You can actually
We're
hear.
missing the siege.
Oh no! Horrors!
We gotta hurry.
Terror of a dreadful death!
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Yeah, so you try to follow the sounds that you're hearing, but it's just rumblings bouncing off of cavern walls. You can't make out a clear direction. You take one tunnel and then you kind of correct yourself thinking it's a different way, and you spend hours upon hours trying to wander. At this point, it gets to the point you are wandering for as long as you want to stay awake. It is up to you. You have well exceeded 8 hours of travel time down here at this point, combined today. You got a short rest, so you can push it a little bit, but, like, you're getting to about sleepy times. Unless you want to risk, facing the coming struggles exhausted.
I'll take a sleepy. That sounds like fun.
I'm tired. I won't go to bed.
Me too.
You guys are pussies.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, 9 hours of forced march.
My spider.
To be fair, my legs are starting to feel kind of like they did when I got bit by those spiders again earlier.
Oh, that must have been really bad.
I don't know, I couldn't feel anything.
I don't know a lot of things, but I'm pretty sure when you get bit by a spider that big, you should lose something of a body part.
Probably.
I look at my legs. Are they both still there?
Yeah. They look a little icky. They might be a little infected. But we'll see as time rolls on if those wounds will,
I don't even care. I'm going into glorious battle, and if I die, it's going to be that way, not from some stupid
You gather
disease.
if it's going to be a problem, it's going to be a problem for like tomorrow Ugbu or the day after Ugbu, but not today Ugbu. Is essentially how you rationalize it. Let's cross that bridge, burn that bridge when we get to it, kind of deal.
Let's
I
take
like
a
burning
nice,
things.
long...
We can always die when we're dead.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's the next T-shirt.
we can always
In the words of a great barbarian, sometimes the best solution is the shortest distance between 2 points.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
so close in all of the wrong ways. And I have no fucking clue how you accomplished that. Good job, I guess.
Alright,
Good
let's
job.
somewhere to sleep.
Okay.
Except someone fucking help me look this time.
Yeah, this is going to be another
So I'm
survival.
tired too.
Finding somewhere safe to sleep in the Underdark is no easy feat. I mean, we do have elves who I believe do the meditation sleep instead.
So I can take a watch for a long time.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
need to sleep much. I
13.
just take a quick power nap.
With the assistance
You guys
of
don't actually
Ebil
technically
and Buddy, you managed to find like a small kind of cavern that's off on one of the other passes that you would kind of backtrack to, that you had remembered, and managed to find like a 10 by 10 cavern. It's not very big per se. It's kind of a hole in the wall, but it's kind of tucked away from the main passage. There's no spider webs or anything inside. A couple maybe rats running around, and if there's rats here, that generally means it's probably a safe place. Safe-ish.
Sure.
It's actually good that we have 2 elves because I can take the full 8 hours
Yeah.
unbroken. Well, and you guys do it. One of you does the 4-hour thingy. That does watch. And you start-
Nice.
Yeah. What a good party comp. Holy shit.
Right?
All right.
Accidental perfect combination.
So, who's first watch? Well, Ugbu sleeps. Yeah, you just hear it from the back of the...
Loud snoring. Like,
Yeah, like, it's just very nasally, chesty.
First watch.
really deep.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm definitely. I'm just.
But you see,
snorting.
he sleeps with one eye open though. Just kind of like.
Alright, Ebil, roll me a perception check for first watch, please.
It's like a really weird elven meditation thing.
It's strange. It's
I
like
love
a
it.
dad of elfin
I love
dad.
it. Oh my god. Okay. You hear a lot throughout the night. You hear the sounds of explosions above. Almost catch the sounds of battle. You're shouting, echoing through the caves in some places. Again, there's no clear direction from where. It's just sound bouncing around at this point. You hear some critters passing in the night. The rats chewing and click-clacking their way around the stone. But the rest of your watch passes without further incident, as far as you can tell.
Okay. Well, I guess it's time for the next person up. Betsy.
Slap buddy.
You are slapped awake.
Hi. It's your
Hello.
time. It's your time to watch.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I just
Okay.
Sit up.
Oh. Okay.
Good night.
Right. Wait, what am I looking for? Okay.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Bup.
No report on the night's activities at all. Oh, slightly better. About the same. Though the explosions begin to lessen in their frequency.
Oh, we're gonna miss it. Okay. I'm just gonna be patient, buddy.
I wish there was like a patience check. Roll for patience.
Constitution saving
A
throw?
constitution.
Wisdom? No, that's
Wisdom,
fine.
yeah, wisdom would be wisdom.
You managed to just sit there and throughout the night, just kind of like, come on.
When everyone wakes up, they've noticed that Buddy's like butt, kind of like he's just doing like the butt inch, and he's gone like a solid 30 feet.
Yeah.
He's like at the entrance of the cavern now.
Awesome.
Come on! I'm still watching though.
Yeah, so Ugbu, you finally awaken from your slumber. Feeling quite refreshed, your legs, not completely healed by any stretch, but a little bit of the magic and a little bit of the tending to that you did before you fell asleep, and they are bandaged and appear clean. Doesn't appear as if there's an infection spread. You gather the effects of the poison have long worn off.
Because I am a strong orc.
Strong orc.
Stork?
Stork.
Oh, cool.
What's that? I don't know what a stork is. Anyways, should we go?
Yeah.
I eat some rats for breakfast, by the way. Just grab them in.
Same.
You'd love to see it. You're just gonna munch some rats? Okay.
Yeah.
I could
yeah,
cook
it's
them
no
with my
problem.
magic, but I'm not going to. It's just so it's faster.
So much more delicious. Yeah.
Stab
Okay.
him with my dagger and just eat him off the dagger.
No problem. Delicious. Good breakfast. So,
Excellent.
following morning, as I said, the explosions have begun to lessen. You don't know if they've begun to run through their powder stores or their explosives.
Unless somebody stops me, I'm meditating in.
Sure, there you go.
Yeah, because I only need 4 hours of rest. But it's not
Yep.
asleep, so I'm just meditating in.
You're just chilling.
Yeah.
But yeah, the explosions or sound of explosions has lessened, but you can now hear shouting echoing through the caves in some places. Very faint.
We're getting really close. We're getting really close. We're getting really close. We're gonna
Is
get
it-
there.
Is there anything I can understand from the shouting?
No. It is just undiscernible
Just, yeah.
echoes bouncing through. You know it's coming from this direction. And that is about the whole
Cool.
of it.
Well, should we go that way then?
And by that
Towards the
direction, I mean any of the 7 or 8 different caverns that branch off at any given point.
I point in the general direction of those 7 or 8 caverns as I say that.
Roll me a survival check. Let's hope you do better this time. If anyone wants to assist, please explain
still-
how. Let's
I'm
save
still
the day.
meditating.
Still meditating. There you go.
Ebil, moving now.
I come over and smack you in the head.
Don't do that again.
You actually startle him a little bit.
What was that?
What do you mean?
Ah!
I always talk like this.
What happened to your sweet dulcet tones?
What happened to your hair?
Ah!
That's okay, they're both delightful.
Oh,
Now let's move!
The voice switch scared me.
I like you better this way. Let's go.
I don't know
Alright.
how to feel about it, but let's do that, okay?
It's
Am I-
terrifying.
Am I rolling an
Roll me-
advantage? Or?
Yeah, no, yeah. I want to say disadvantage from the fear that has been instilled, but just a straight
I'm
roll
not
for that.
scared. I'm an orc.
That didn't really help you find the right way.
No, like
It's-
I wanted to grab him to help me look.
Oh yeah, I'll help you. Wait. What's your whatever you rolling perception? Was it?
No, survival. To
Survival,
find a
what's-
safe path.
Okay. I mean, I feel like the druid probably still has the survival mod, so should
You'd
maybe.
think that, but no.
I only have a +1. So
+2.
0? I am the best? Are you kidding?
And 4.
Me? God damn it.
You all
Wait.
suck. Mike's
a
rolling
plus
to go
0.
through.
Oh, mine's +1. So I guess Ugbu's is still better. So roll again.
No, you roll straight up like. Oh, you mean your mod? Yeah, okay.
Wait, am I rolling
I
again?
can roll it. Never mind. I rolled a 1. I rolled a nat 1.
I hear sounds of begging. And
All right.
we go.
I think we should go for the tallest one again so that I don't get stuck again.
Okay. So
Oh,
you
yes.
aim for the tallest tunnel. Your logic is sound. It's undeniable. And
We're
you
still
just
alive,
plow your
and
way
we're-
forward. You hunker down and
Mhm.
just power through. And you're motivated, and you're walking, and you're motivated, and another 4 or 5 hours of wandering the Underdark go by.
As we
As you
stamp
just...
and crush through the underbrush. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're looking for some shade. It's all shade down here, but that's not the point. Keep marching!
Okay, I'll do whatever you tell me to.
Okay. So,
I think we need to readjust our course because I don't know where the fuck we're going anymore.
We don't need to know where we're going! We just follow the noise!
at this point, Ebil is just powering past you, like...
Okay. I'm
The
gonna
tiny
now let
little
Ebil take
legs.
the lead.
Tiny little legs going...
Very off put by this change.
Listen,
and you
this is what
continue.
happens when I sleep. That's all.
A number more hours go by, and you begin to notice changes in the surroundings. Whereas most of the caverns and paths and tunnels you've walked through at this point have either been like eroded by a creek or a river of some kind, or just the straight up geological formation here. You begin to find areas that appear to have been man-made. You find like evidence of chiseling, where they have shaped stone to make passages begin to widen. It's not quite what I would consider like heavily worked stone, but you can tell that there's been some like artificial erosion, call it at this point. Someone has worked the stone a little bit,
Good, we're
enough to
getting
make it
close.
passable. And the sounds of battle have begun to increase. Explosions still go, but at this point it's maybe more every like 10-15 minutes or so. You gather that is their stores are either depleted or they're running out of people. You're not sure. As you continue, you eventually make your way to a hallway that narrows once again, and this is very clearly worked, and at the end of it you see a large steel door, dwarven in construction. Actually, it'd be a stone door, dwarven in. Large stone door, dwarven in construction. Closed. Can't tell if it's locked or barred or anything. Solid, and it is closed in front of you.
Stop. We have reached the gates of the enemy.
Oh! What do we do?
You gonna sneak? Roll me a stealth check.
Hood up.
Everyone, roll me stealth checks, please. Mike, I can't hear you, buddy.
All? Or is it just with
Oh,
that?
there,
There you are.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah, couldn't hear that voice.
Okay.
Wait, I rolled twice? Okay, well.
I'm taking the 18. Okay,
Yeah.
so collectively all over 15. This is good. As you begin to approach the door, you do hear sounds on the other side of it. It appears to be voices talking hurriedly, not quite panicked, very gruff, very deep sounding voices. Roll me a perception
Dwarven
check
sounding?
if you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely dwarven sounding. I don't know if any of you speak Dwarven
No.
per se, but it is in a language you don't seem to understand.
Nat 20 for 19.
Oh!
Yeah, so you do hear a fair amount of Dwarven being spoken, or what sounds like it. You've killed enough dwarves in your time.
I recognize
Ugbu,
Dwarven.
to recognize Dwarven. You pick up words even at this point. You've learned a few things in your time. You pretty sure you can pick up the word shit being said a couple times here and there.
I know all of
They
the swear
definitely-
words in Dwarven.
They definitely sound panicked. You've heard dwarves dying before. You know what they say. Doesn't sound like there's battle on the other side of the door, but it sounds like someone is talking loudly, gruffly, and in a hurried, almost panicked sense, but not wanting to show it. That was a very high perception roll. Ebil too, similar thing. You don't quite pick up on as much of the fear.
They're scared boys.
Okay, back us away from the door a little bit.
They're scared boys. I think that they're panicking, and if we can get through this door right now, it's our time to strike.
Yeah.
Tell me, do you want to be big
The tunnel
I
is
mean-
tall enough for you to be big. It is like you'd have to crouch. It's not quite what I would call a dwarven-sized tunnel per se, but it is like maybe 10 feet tall maximum.
I mean, yeah. I'm already big, but if you can make me bigger.
Strive!
And I'm gonna go ahead and cast enlarge.
Okay, roll me a dexterity saving throw, please, Ugbu.
So enlarge very specifically, if we're already in the tunnel.
Just for role play purposes.
Okay, gotcha.
It's a callback.
Dexterity save?
Yep.
7.
As you grow to your size, you bonk, definitely hit your head
Ow!
on the ceiling. Something you were very, very clear that you wanted to avoid earlier on. And you just bonk your head on the stone. It hurts, but you do not take any physical damage. Just a little psychological.
Maybe long-term brain damage, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Alright, now that I'm much bigger.
Yeah, you are now double your size. You're kind of hunched over.
Yeah.
You're walking.
All my
like
shit
this.
grows with me too, right?
Yep, and you deal
Yep.
1d4 more points of damage.
And you have advantage on strength checks or
Yep.
anything related to strength checks. So,
Yep.
Are you gonna smash
Alright.
the door down?
Is there anything you guys need to do before we go in?
Smash!
I'm just gonna keep taking cues from you two.
And you just see his form just start to swell up, and he turns into an ape.
Like a giant ape?
I think just an ape.
No, that's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just an ape because you're
Yeah.
D-shaping, right? Yeah. Giant ape's too high,
It's
CR.
just an ape. And,
Still pretty big
he,
though.
He kind of like, and he kind of grumbles over and picks up a rock, and he just aims it at the door, and he nods at all of you. Just,
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna boot the
Uh,
fucking door down.
Do you want to throw the rock first, or do you want to boot the door first? What's the order we're doing here?
I'm gonna wait until he kicks down the door, and then I'm gonna throw the rock through.
I'm gonna say roll me an athletics check on the door then.
Yeah, for sure. With advantage because I'm giant?
Yes. You kind of hunched over, but you're like. "Ugh."
Well, I get like
Oh.
right up to the door and then just like
Yeah, kind of like I was
plant
picturing
my
you just
back
like
foot?
yeah. I'm picturing you just like laying on your back and your two legs, and you're just because like
yeah, but I don't
there's
want
no
to be
way
prone
to
to
stand
like
down
kneel.
here completely. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Because you're standing at your full height are gonna be what?
Fucking
14,
huge. I'll
15
just
feet
punch
tall?
it.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
26.
My
is
hands are as
easily,
big as my feet, so
easily enough. So you punch the door and it immediately just cracks, and like kind of a spider web from where you hit it. Like cracks just begin weaving through the stone. Pieces begin to fall in. Buddy, finishing touches.
Hell yeah! Bah!
Throw that rock.
strength of an ape. Oh,
That's an attack.
60?
The rock attack.
Oh.
That's a natural one.
oh.
Yeah.
In a
sure
10
is.
foot by 10 foot or like 10 foot by 20 foot cavern with Ugbu standing 15 feet tall. Uh,
Don't I get a bonus to my AC in this form as well?
I think you get a penalty to your AC because you're fucking
Uh,
huge.
Yeah, it depends on the edition. I know in Pathfinder it's a negative.
I can't ignore a
what does
nat
the spell
one
say?
on a boulder
No.
throw.
Hit me with the
I'm-
rock.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna have him roll.
Can I make a save?
Yeah, no, buddy, roll another attack.
Okay. Haha.
It's 14.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Oh, that doesn't
Okay.
hit.
Okay. I'm gonna say it still
It can
hits.
hit me, but
Yeah, so like the boulder, you just like turn to see it coming in time, and you just put your arm up, and it shatters over your forearm, and you're like, and it just falls to dust around your feet in chunks of rock.
it's fine. I'm gonna now just. Can I bust through the door now? Now that it's broken?
Yeah, it's
Should be
mostly
pretty
busted
easy.
at this point.
Yeah.
So you just kind of run towards it, put your shoulder through it, and as you bust through the stone, you
I'm guessing I kind of
through
have
the
to
other
like
side
gorilla run towards it.
kind of
in
yeah.
order
Like
to
you put,
action,
I'm
yeah.
picturing you just put your shoulder down, like you're gonna give it a good gut check.
Yeah.
It's gut check time, like in Space Jam.
With my axe in
Yeah.
both hands.
Yeah,
ready to
really
go.
toss your shoulder into it, and you just burst through the stone. It flies everywhere as you emerge, and I'm going to drag up another thing in here.
Now there's plenty of stones for you to do your rock attack.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there is plenty. Okay. So, I need to drag some minis. If you all want to drag your minis, however you want to be placed around that door at the south, please do so. How many of these fucking things do we got? 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. Ready? Don't wanna. Stupid. Dwarf!
Can you double my size, pretty please? Once you get everything sorted.
Yup. Give me 1 second. I just gotta drag these little dudes on here. I should have done this before, but I literally finished the map like 20 minutes before we started playing.
That's fair.
That's sick though. I like that. It's like the sheer cliffs on the other side of the cave. There is that like an underwater.
Those are like
cave
more
system?
cavern. Yeah, it's like an underwater river that feeds into this kind of little small lake estuary looking thing.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
It looks like an evil version of the boat ride in Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
Ah, yes, it does.
There you go. I mean,
Willy
it's not
Wonka's
evil. You're
Death
evil.
Factory.
You're the evil one.
No, I know, but we're here.
Okay.
That's. Oh, right. We're the evil, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you are. You're the bad guys.
I mean, that
so-
does still look like an evil version of that, though.
And I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the dice roll chat earlier. When I rolled my natural 20.
I saw that. I was going to ask if that was a mercy roll.
No, that
What?
was to see if all the noise you were making coming down, or Ebil was chanting and everything was carrying down the cavern. Because while it's hard to make out the direction that the battle is coming from, someone screaming from the caverns behind you gives a pretty clear, distinct opposite
Was the 20
direction.
a good or a bad thing for us?
It was bad. Because of that, they're now aware you were coming. Like,
I appreciate that.
And because of the nat 20, they were astutely aware and probably
Yeah.
more well personnel now. Excellent.
so, I am gonna just lay these guys out as I
More
see.
dwarves to
Who's
kill.
to say? Who's to
Yeah.
say?
All right.
More dwarves to kill.
More dwarves to kill. However, at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and roll their initiative. If you guys want to select your tokens and roll your initiative as well for me, please.
I don't get a surprise round for bursting through as a 14-foot tall orc, do I?
No, they were aware you were coming.
Right,
When you
because of
slammed
the
on the
net.
door,
Yeah.
and you were
Twice.
huge and
Twice.
screaming. Got hit with a boulder. They're quite aware of your presence. Red,
Oops.
those
Whoopsie daisies.
whoopsie daisies is right.
I just picked a whole bouquet of oopsie daisies.
That might be my favorite. That's a good one. All right. Those. And then this dude, he has a scythe on the mini. That's not what he's using, but it looks cool. So we're just gonna go
I have a
with it.
scythe.
So I'm
Sight.
a bunch of people rolled 18s.
Yep, rolled an 8.
So I'm just gonna hit the descending order, and whatever order they go in is the one they go in.
Cool.
So starting the turn. So the 3 in the back.
Can you giganticize me again?
Oh yeah. So you're considered large now, right?
Yep.
There you go, buddy.
So now I technically count as huge for carrying capacity because I'm an orc.
Yeah, you can carry everything. Okay, so everyone's in. Yep. Okay, we're good. So the first guy's up. These ones don't appear quite as battle hardy, per se. They do not have any ranged weaponry on them, but they kind of just stand with a shield up and a spear pointing towards you. It's very dwarven made, quite like traditionally has the very similar like dwarvic patterns that you're quite used to seeing. Even some of the walls here, and have similar carvings in them. Fairly traditional from what you've seen. You've killed plenty of them. That will be his turn. He's just going to take the dodge action round. Next up, we have, I do believe your name is Ebil.
Well, all of the things that I had wanted to cast are not really going to work because of
Enlarge.
yeah. So I'm going to.
Any
Gonna look.
battlekins?
I'm gonna look at Pink, the person who's next up, and I'm going to point,
Sure.
and I'm gonna cast command.
Ooh.
Sure. Sure. I mean, you wouldn't know he's next up, so it's just the dude you're casting command on. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure, the closest guy. They have to make a.
Just hit it on D&D Beyond and link it in chat, and I can read it.
Okay.
It's DC 12. Okay, it doesn't
That's-
give. It's like the
oh,
only
right.
spell it doesn't give the freaking description for, man. Okay, so Pink happens to be the strong guy.
Okay, well, that's fine.
So he's making a wisdom save, you said?
Yeah.
3. He makes it. Just
Okay.
barely.
That's fine.
What
That's gonna
was
be
your
my turn.
command? Sorry.
Charge.
Okay, so they all hear you. Charge.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, smart. So you issue your command. He just kind of looks at you quizzically from behind his shield. I don't think so. Just kind of readies himself. And it's his turn now.
Yeah.
It is his turn. Okay, so that is the largest of the warriors. Even for a dwarf, he's big. He's hardy. He's wearing hide armors that kind of have leather like bits sewn into it. He's quite jacked up, and he's got himself a nice shield. So, charge doesn't seem like the play right now.
Mike, can you also do that for enlarge so that I can see the spell? You link it in chat.
Sure.
Yeah, he's
Thanks.
He's just going to take the spear that he's wielding. You see another one on his back, and he is going to just lob it straight at the target ahead of him.
It doesn't give the description. Wait, hold on. Wait.
It's all good.
Maybe it's because of the way I'm.
+7. Yeah, there's like 2 different buttons you can hit. I'm not sure which one does which. It's not a big deal.
I got
you
it.
can
Okay.
always Google it as well. 24 does hit you, I believe, Ugbu. Actually, hold up. The range on a spear is 20 to 60 feet, or 20 feet. Is he close enough? He's at disadvantage, so I don't know if that hits yet. Caught it. Does a 15 hit you?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. So hucks the spear at you, and it like sinks in to your armor a little bit and kind of pierces, but not enough to even hit flesh, and you kind of just yank it out.
Toss it
and
into the water.
He has multi-attack. He's gonna pull out another spear. He's gonna huck it at you again.
What is the range of spear?
It's disadvantage. So it's a 14. Yeah, so neither of those hit you. It can be thrown 60 feet at disadvantage. So, and
Yeah,
you were
no,
30, so it's disadvantage.
I was wondering about the.
He throws both spears, and like the first one you just like glance off. The second one's as it's coming at you, just bat it out of the sky with your hand, barely flinching. That's gonna be his. He's gonna just kind of lean over to the guy standing next to him. He's like, "Give me your spear." That's gonna be his turn. This dude, seeing that was ultimately ineffective, is just going to take out, or is going to take a spear and toss it over to Buddy. He's going to use his reaction to just snag it. It's like a 5-foot toss. It's not really an issue. He's just grab it from him. And gonna take the dodge action. He's going to ready himself behind his shield once again with the spear. This one too doesn't appear like the most battle hardened per se.
Wait,
the armor's
Didn't he
new.
just attack me?
No, I'm talking about the other guy.
Oh, okay.
Purple, not pink.
Gotcha.
Yep. So he just hands the spear over to his partner, and then just like pulls out his other one using half his readies himself, taking the dot. And the rest of them are actually going to follow suit. Yeah, that'll be it. This one's actually going to a little closer over this way and take the dot from there. And that'll be his turn. Next up, Buddy, what do you want to do? What you got for me?
Monkey Buddy is gonna go ahead and he runs 30 feet up right here, and he's gonna lob a fucking rock at these guys.
Nice. Which one are you lobbing a rock at? Pick a color. Any color.
this one, because it's I got a regular roll up to 25, so I'm gonna kind of chuck it past the first guy.
Okay, so yeah, that guy is quite clearly the leader, so we seem to be focusing him. I just used a filler Great Warrior stat block.
Is that one of the ones that's... Oh, no. Never mind.
It's from Icewind Dale, I think.
Gotcha.
Or Storm King's Thunder, can't remember.
14?
That is not enough to hit, unfortunately, as the rock just begins flying at him. He doesn't try to block it, he's not an idiot. He just ducks, manages to get underneath it in time, and it glances off the stone and kind of shatters, or like breaks in half against the wall over here.
Ooh. That's me.
He's just gonna raise an eyebrow and just ready himself for more action.
Wondering if this dwarf has ever been attacked by an ape before.
No.
Probably
They're
never.
Underdark dwarves. They've never been in a
Never.
jungle.
I mean, they're dwarves. They might venture out where we don't necessarily know, but...
Sure.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, Blue is just going to take out a crossbow that he was holding. He's not taking it out. He's going to wield the crossbow he's holding, and he's going to go ahead and fire at the giant ape who's throwing boulders at people. Or the regular ape that's throwing boulders at people. My apologies. Okay, where's my sheet? And fired. Does a 16 hit your ape?
Oh yeah.
You take 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh dear.
He just kind of lines up the crossbow. It's a fairly chunky target. He's got this. He fires, and it kind of lodges itself in your left collarbone. Not nearly a deadly strike, but you feel it.
Bye-bye.
You say babo?
Yeah. It's apparently what the sound a monkey makes.
I love it. All right. And that's gonna be. I don't believe he has. Yeah, he does have multi-attack with the light crossbow, and light crossbows don't have reload. Good. Fire.
Really?
Apparently. Or he has crossbow expert. It's not on the stat block. It says he can make 2 range attacks with the light crossbow. So, 15 hit you, Mr. Monkey Man.
Oh yeah. Oh.
You take 9 more points of piercing damage.
Oh, and like you picked a perfect number out of the air. You just see the monkey form just kind of flip
Oh,
down. And...
I'm sorry, buddy.
No, that's fine. It was exactly 9. That's so funny.
Yeah. Any further than that, he wouldn't have been able to, like... Yeah. Oh, God. So you lose your monkey form, but you haven't taken a hit directly yourself yet, right? Like, you're still...
Except
normal
for
health.
my stomp.
Except for the stomp.
Oh yeah.
Well, we took a long rest since then, so...
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's true. That is true, we have.
Yep.
Yeah, no, everyone's at full. So, that's going to be his turn. Next up, we got the big man himself, Ugbu. Twice his normal size. What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm gonna sprint at the pink guy and fucking overhand double axe down on his head. With my
Okay.
massive axe.
Sounds good.
But first, as a bonus action, I'm gonna use Fighting Spirit.
Sure.
Put those 5 temp HP on, get that at the start of the fight. So I get advantage on these rolls. Let's go. First attack.
21 definitely hits.
For 17 damage, another 12.
And you add a d4 for being enlarged.
Plus, yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
D4
I
for
do.
enlarges. Ouchie.
Plus 1.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Second attack. After coming down, I just bring it back and try and cleave across his chest. A nat 20 and a nat 1? Oh!
Well, the nat 20 does it at least. Go ahead and roll the damage.
20 total damage there.
His crit, so doubled, right?
Well, crit, the
Does the thing automatically do it itself?
thing already rolls.
I'm looking
separate
at it.
die.
There's a formula. No, it's
Yeah.
it's a formula. It's not even a dice thing. It's
1d12.
Well, it takes.
R is greater
Okay,
than
so 20,
or
20 total points of crit damage. All right, that. Ouch. Shit.
plus
plus
double this plus 8.
8.
Oh, that was a nasty hit on my boss. So you run forward with the great axe and just.
And then I'm going to action surge and do
Yeah.
it again.
There is no skill to these strikes whatsoever. It is just sheer brute force and anger. You hate dwarves.
Yep. Here comes 2 more.
Give her.
Both with advantage again.
Yep. Nat 1 and a 27. 27 hits.
Almost a nat 20 again. So that's only 8. But I have great weapon master, and it's a wait. Hold on. What is the dice roll? Rolled a 3. Shit, I can't re-roll 3s. It's 1 or 2s. Hold
Isn't
on
there
a sec,
something
though.
where you get a crit with a great weapon? You get something from it?
No, I can just re-roll 1s and
okay.
2s. It's my fighting style, not my feat.
Got it.
Sorry, new character who dis. I'm just
New
making
character
sure I'm
who
not
dis.
missing anything. And I still have 1 more attack. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Does a 17 hit?
17.
Don't forget your D4, by the way, from
Yeah.
damage.
17 does hit.
Sick. So 13 damage, and then I'm gonna roll 2d4.
Jesus.
Only oh god damn it! Only 3 more damage.
No worries. Alright, that's in. I mean, he's their leader. He's pretty well built. He's well armored. He's taking the hits, but he's standing firm. Seems phased by them in the sense they caused harm, but he's not giving any ground at this point. He's fought big.
Yeah, that's
That's a brutal
action.
brutal round of
bonus
attacks.
action, and then
Yep.
that's
your
bonus
movement.
action to do that. Yeah. Sick.
Okay. Next up is green.
I mean, I got 40 feet, so I could move in, but then I'd be flanked. Actually, it didn't take all 40 feet to get there, did it? I was
Probably
right
not. You
here.
were here.
No.
Yeah, you have 10
I'm
more feet.
gonna do that.
Okay. Cool. Right.
Sick.
All right. So green is up. Ooh. Can you hit the spear? Can you hit the spear throw on that? Fuck, can. Yeah, let's go. So green's just gonna huck a spear at you because you're huge and you're scary.
That's going from the tile to his left.
But
Your arrow was going from the tile to his left.
no, it is 20. No, it's 20 feet.
Okay, now yeah.
Yeah, not crazy.
No, no.
Either way, I don't believe a 14 hits you.
No.
As he hucks the spear. Fuck, man, my hits. Where are my hits? They all got wasted on the spider fight. So he's just gonna step forward and throw the spear over at you. And it's just going to, again, you just kind of glance it off at this point. And he's just gonna draw another, ready himself, and keep his space where he is. Oh, God.
This guy now have multi-attack?
No, these guys are like barely foot soldiers. They're like dwarven militia. They're miners who got enlisted. It's not their trade per se. However, the fellow in red is going to go ahead and make him run at you, even though he's sure to die. Going to move 25 feet. Is not quite enough to get into a flank with you. Damn.
Perfect. Glad I moved where I did.
Wrong guy. So I'm gonna go right to there and try to get a flank, but not going to be able to successfully do so. But he is going to take just a whack at you. Actually, a spear at you, technically. An 8. He's gonna just run up behind you, try to stab you right in the ass cheek, which is well
Above.
Yeah, exactly. And you feel like a small puncture kind of find its way there, and you just shake it off. You've been through this.
A bunch of fart gas comes out of that puncture.
It's not how
You mean a
I'll-
puncture
I'll-
in my? Oh, I thought you meant a puncture in my armor.
in your cheek. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, it definitely punctures the armor a little bit. So all the farts
Oh, yeah.
that you've had saved
Yes.
in.
Oh yeah, I
This
fart
is
every once every 10 minutes or so. But the
This is
leather
like a scent begins to
pants.
waft out. Okay. Well, if that's the case, he succeeds his con save. He's hardy. He's a dwarf. It smells. It's nasty.
Really
it's
bad, yeah.
rough. But he's doing
the
okay.
general would get the most of it. Is that who you rolled for?
No, he
'Cause I
stabbed you in
turned
the
to face
ass.
this dude.
He stabbed
okay.
you in the ass before you turn.
Before I could
That's,
turn. Yeah.
that's what I said. And that's what happened. So he got the fart. It's all him. I hate it. I hate saying these words.
So funny.
However, next up, we have our good friend Ebil.
Those who do not bow, break.
And I'm going to allow my large friend to shrink, but in return I am casting slow.
Okay.
So I get a 40-foot square cube, and I'm gonna hit everyone except for the red and Ugbu.
I look back at you disappointedly.
I'm gonna say because you were in that space, you end up in the middle, so you are still in both their ranges technically. You just shrunk right down into the center. On your turn, you can pick a square. Okay, so who is saving against slow?
It's a 40-foot cube, so everybody not red or Ugbu.
Everyone not red or Ugbu. Oh shit. Okay, so I got.
Well, sorry, yeah, I'm also not hitting Buddy.
Okay. Oh my. Okay. Holy shit. Wisdom save. Fails. Wisdom save succeeds. Wisdom saves. Fails. Fails. Oh no, that was a nat 20. Look at that. Fails. So far 2 fails. And then the boss is gonna do it as actually no red. Fail would have been the boss because red wasn't included in it.
Okay.
He has a little bit more of a. No, he has no more. Yeah.
Their speed is halved. They have a -2 penalty to AC and Dex saves. It can't use reactions. It can either attack or use a bonus action, but not both.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly draw a square.
Oh, it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn.
So that's big.
Can you see that square that I have right now?
Yeah, I can. But I already made this one.
No, I'm holding it with my mouse, so make that this size, then I'll let it go.
Close enough. That works. I'm good with that. Brutal. I love it. You love to see it.
Huge.
That is a beast of a spell. Okay. So they're all slowed. They can't take reactions. They can only do 1 action per turn. That's what it was, right?
One, they can either make an action or bonus action, but not both. And if they attack, they can only make 1 attack.
And no reactions, right?
No reactions at all for the ones that failed. That's correct.
Oh, that's brutal. Is that only while they're in the space of the spell?
No, it's kind of like Fireball where it explodes.
Okay, so they're all affected. I'll leave them in
I'm
the
running
square
away
for now, just to keep. So you all watch as Ebil just cast this. Everyone and begin.
Now you look like my hand,
and then I dodge, and then I run off.
And you dip, and you just back out, and you see Ebil just turn around the corner you came in, leaving the 2 of you to fight. Next up is the boss, who doesn't get all his attacks. All 3. He just gets 1.
Yeah, he does.
He's going to try to shield bash you.
In range, he's got to move.
I mean, technically, you're still in that square. Went down to the middle of the large space you were occupying, but he will just scoot over. He will just scoot over 1 square.
I would have just gone towards him if you just want me to do that, so he doesn't have to anyways. But
no, it's fine. I mean, I was just gonna rule that because you were in the space of 4, you just shrink to the middle of it instead of having you in 1 square or another. But
that's fine.
He's gonna hit you with his shield bash, which is a 13, which doesn't fucking hit you.
Man.
You can't fucking ruin my boss fight. It's fine. All right, that's gonna be.
I mean, what
turn.
else do you really expect at
He's
this
just
point,
gonna
man?
take.
We
just come in with his spear, just trying to stab it downward at you, but he's moving so slowly, and as it just glances up, he's like, ooh, and goes back to what he was doing.
Like the sloths at the DMV.
Yeah, pretty much. That'll be his turn. I know this fella is just kind of lost at this point. Gonna make a move for the monkey. How often do they get to save against this, or does it just last indefinitely?
It just lasts until concentration drops now.
He's not a monkey anymore, too, by the way.
There's no duration on it whatsoever?
Oh, the duration is 1 minute. Unless I
So
lose
10 rounds.
concentration.
10 rounds. So he's just going to make a spear attack against the monkey.
Oh, sorry, I'm
26.
wrong. They do make another wisdom save at the end of each of its turns.
Ah! Let's go, baby. No. Either way. He's going to make a single spear attack against you, buddy. And there's a 26.
Yeah,
to
that
hit.
hit me.
Okay. Let's go with...
Just because I'm
There's
not a
actually-
monkey anymore doesn't mean you can
apologize.
stab me.
that was the wrong sheet. That should have been a hand axe, and it's a 16.
16.
Yeah, it was only a +2 mod. It should have been a +7. I clicked on the wrong sheet. It's my bad. Does a
Oh,
16
16 to hit. Yeah, that still
Yeah,
hits me.
definitely. You take 5 points of slashing damage as this axe just
No.
thunk into your torso. It doesn't
Ah.
get deep enough to cause any real harm. It's more of a scratch at this point.
Still annoying. Don't do that.
Yeah, it bothers your ape self. This fellow is...
He's not a monkey
next.
anymore, remember?
Oh yeah, that's true. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
He's going to... He's at half movement while he's slowed, right?
Yep.
I think they have 25 feet, but we round up, so 15. And he's just gonna make his way downward towards these boats that you see in the river below. It's not a high cliff, per se. It's only about a 5-10 foot drop into the water below. Small staircase. But there are 3 boats, 2 of which appear to be packed.
Brave Sir
Pretty much
Dwarven
because-
turned the boat and gallantly he chickened out.
No, you gathered us here for a reason. Next up, we have Buddy, our
Oh,
friendly neighborhood druid.
But
Did
he
you-
didn't like what just happened to him. It was very rude doing that. Just because we're
Yeah.
here against your will doesn't mean you get to do that.
He's gonna, he starts casting the same thing he was doing before, but this time he kind of like grips it, and it turns into a little fiery dagger, and he's gonna stab at it.
Go for it.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, 24 to hit,
24, there you go.
and that's
Oh.
7 fire damage.
That's a rough roll on the damages. I mean, he's not looking great. They don't have a lot of health, these guys. They are barely even armored at this point, except for the lead guy. So he kind of winces as the flames, like, spread from the wound. He doesn't bleed from it, as it appears to, like, actively cauterize it, but you crisp it up and you smell a familiar scent, which is the smell of burning dwarf.
Oh, I'm getting hungry again.
Mm.
And that's gonna be me.
Alrighty. This guy's all slow. He's gonna fire a crossbow.
We're trying to find his son.
Yeah, he's gonna take his crossbow shot at you,
Big
Ugbu.
boy. Big boy Ugbu.
21.
Oh, not big boy anymore. Yeah, that hits, but only 3 damage.
Yeah, you take 3 points of piercing. As you're busy dealing with the guy you just kind of farted on, and are kind of engaged in combat with these two, you feel an arrow or a bolt just sink through your armor and finally find purchase in the flesh below, and you just turn and see a bolt.
The temp HP actually
about that.
blocked all that off, so
Yeah.
we're good.
It was a flybite at this point. That will be his turn.
Ooh.
He had to move up to do that. You're up next.
All right. I'm going to completely ignore the guy that just shot me.
Yeah,
and
good call.
Moving into the square. Sorry, so many windows open. Next to the king here. That dude. Thank you. Yep. And I'm going to once again use Fighting Spirit.
Okay.
The temp HP can't. Because I have 2, I use Fighting Spirit, I gain 5
You
temp
can't
HP. I
stack
just go back up to
temp
5,
HP.
correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I am going to, once again, just start ragging on
Yep.
this motherfucker.
Hit him.
Both with advantage.
Such a fucked mechanic. I have advantage because I like this weapon a lot.
I don't think 13 hits at all, though.
Not on the boss, man.
No,
Is the
definitely
boss
not.
slowed still?
Yeah. Also,
The
I
DC
need to make wisdom saves on
The
2
AC
people's
would-
turn
For the other
real
two.
quick.
The AC would drop by 2.
I mean, I doubt a 13. What's his
Wait, was he
AC?
still slow?
16?
No, I rolled like a natural one. Yeah. Terrible. and the other guy. So neither of them succeed, I believe. What's your save? 15?
15, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone is still actively slowed at this point. So whatever his AC is, it's 16.
Oh,
So no, 13 still doesn't hit.
Just shy. I tried.
Just barely shy.
I mean, I got a miss at some point.
Yeah.
And then I will, hit him again. Attempt to.
Okay.
Fuck, I missed a slowed dwarf. Yeah, I think that hits.
Yep. Yeah.
Look at the damage that I'm rolling.
He's still standing. Like, again,
Yeah.
boss fight, I beefed him up a little bit. Like, I used his stat block, but it changed here. So you just step in this time with your strike and sink the axe directly into, like, his gut. It doesn't manage to penetrate all the way through the armor, but he winces over, and you see, as you yank it out, just blood begin to pour out of the armor. Starting to take some hits. He's not necessarily bloodied yet, but he's not looking great.
Then I'm going to move over here.
Over where? Boom. Okay, he's going to take an attack of opportunity.
No, he's not. I have mobile.
Okay. He will not.
I'm just gonna look down at buddy. We got this.
Yeah,
I'm
me
gonna look at the
too.
dwarf, and then I'm gonna look at the dwarf. Ah!
Yeah, I got to roll for this guy too. Save again. Oh, my bad. Yoink. Also fails. Everyone's slow except for the red guy. So that's your turn, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Next up is green.
It's like yell spat in his face. I don't get anything to do an intimidation check with, but that's what I do.
He's just gonna move and throw a spear at the nearest target, which is you. It misses. These guys are really weak. The boss was the main thing, and the slow just crippled him. Yeah, and once again, the spear, and you just sidestep this time. The weak throw, barely any force behind it. You guys have seemed to quickly gain the upper hand. Substantially. This guy.
I feel like they were ready for the arrival of something, just not us.
Well, they weren't really like
Anything but us.
Yeah, they weren't really planning for people to come through this way. This is like the escape. They were holding it, or as far as you can figure out. This guy who has his full range of movement.
For a 14-foot tall orc to bust through their probably very thick, large stone door.
He's just gonna make his way over here. Then use his dash action. The slow goes away, right? Like I can get rid of the square now.
Yeah, the square is just the initial cast.
This guy's gonna wisdom save. Does not succeed. Still slowed. Red is just going to go to the orange, and you see him just reach his hand inside his backpack. Or, like, start to. He used his action to dash, so he doesn't really have that. We know that. He's just, like, kind of opening the pack, and he's about to start rummaging through it.
Okay.
Let's see. Next up, we have Ebil. So deliciously Ebil.
So deliciously. So I'm thinking, truly.
Wait, what? Your voice changed again?
Sorry, I am evil.
No, only when I sleep. My voice changes when I sleep, and that's the only condition in which it changes. I'm just gonna cast Firebolt. Keep it nice.
Classic.
In classic, and I'm gonna shoot at the boss.
Okay, pink
Bless
man.
Yeah, and then I think this is how I do. Okay, that's only a 10 to hit.
It misses. You
Too
step
bad,
out
'cause
through the
it
door and
damage.
just and fire, and it just zips off harmlessly and kind of shatters against the stone. Dissipates to a poof of smoke.
Kill them!
And then as a bonus action, wait, how far away? How far away are they? Are they far? They're close enough, actually. I'm gonna bonus action cast Sanctuary at a first level spell, but again, it immediately dissipates.
Yeah, attack of opportunity or free attack. I got
free
you.
attack.
I got you,
And
fam.
I'm gonna give it to Ugbu. And
Go
then
Ugbu.
the last of my movement is disappearing just a little bit back into the corner.
Fair enough.
15?
15 does not hit? Yes, it does.
Slow drops.
Missed
Yeah.
it.
He's slowed, and it's slow anyway. This you're probably gonna dispatch. Yeah. Okay.
Just 9 damage.
I'm so happy. Here's
Not
the
that good.
reason.
That's enough for one of them, depending on which one that was. That was the purple. Yeah.
It has
no,
to be the
that's-
purple one.
Yeah, it is. And you whack him. As you do, you just swing the axe around straight through and cut the dwarf in half, almost like a golf swing. And your axe just cleaves right through, and the top half just falls to the ground and collapses, and just like sputters out a last few gulps of blood, and then dies.
That dwarf's soul has been sent to the river Styx. Now, because of my axe, Ugbu doesn't know that, but the audience, I think, would like to know that.
Yeah,
that
that's
dwarf
an
is
important
now
detail
going to
of
hell.
that soul. Yeah, as you hit
certainly
it,
like
you see a
knowing it.
flash from the axe, and it kind of and dissipates.
I just see that, as I've seen many times before, not knowing what it does, and just point at the boss.
Roll me an intimidation, please.
Okay.
I like that. That's fun.
Actually really good at these, I think. Yep. Aw, only 14.
Yeah, he's good. He has advantage on saves against being frightened, so I'm not too worried about it. Hey, there we go. So, he's fine. He just steals himself, and now that you're back to normal size, even though it's almost double his,
He's seen plenty of 7-foot tall orcs before.
You can tell he's ready to light some shit up, but he's still slow. So he has
Gotta
15
go
feet of
slow.
movement.
Full-blooded orcs vary from 6.5 to 7.5 feet tall. That's
Yeah,
what it says.
He doesn't have spirit. Oh, he does have the one spirit, but he doesn't have any. Does slow make the attack at disadvantage or just normal?
No, just one attack, but it's normal.
He's gonna throw it. Does a 20 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. He is going to 2d6. You take 11 points of piercing damage as he steps forward slowly, and just with all his might, you can see the pure exertion on his face, the beads of sweat dripping down as he's fighting against his magic, and he hurls the spear at you, this time with purpose, and it manages to get through the armor, the thick breastplate, creating a fairly decent hole in it, and sinking deep into your orcish skin. It's still kind of sticking there, but it kind of loosens as you move, and you just yank it out. That will be his turn.
No, I take the
Oh
axe.
no, save against the... Please. Fuck. Ass. Fuck. Shit. This guy's dead. He's gone. He sucks. This guy's still slow. Actually, he's not stupid. So he notices his buddy trying to rummage through his bag, and he's going to spend his action just reaching in, rummage, and pull out what appears to be a, sealed. At least from what you can make out. And hands it off. Just holds it behind his head. To the next fella. And he
Wait,
still
who
has
does that?
orange.
Okay.
He does still have his movement, so he's going to turn and return here. And that will be his entire turn. Trying to create a bit of a defensive barricade. Next up, we have Buddy.
Alright, well, okay, I don't like the idea of them running away. I want them all dead. But,
And he's gonna circle around Ugbu and just come right face to face. Hup! And try and stab him with his fire dagger.
Okay.
Boop.
Boop.
where's my fire dagger? There it is. Go, fire dagger, go.
It's
22 to hit.
Yeah, go
Damn,
ahead and
boy.
roll that damage, dude. That flame dagger is coming through for you.
Yeah.
10 on the
spell,
boss.
bitch.
Okay.
Damn.
The boss is really looking bloodied at this point. He's received several wounds. He's still moving slow. You take the blade and you just slash it down across his chest, and you leave a burning, gaping hole in his leather chest piece.
And just as
you
soon as
can
I go
just
through
smell
the
it.
slash, I catch his eye and I just go,
It tastes better if you cook them when they're alive.
Roll me an intimidation check.
yes! No, what's the most effed
my
up thing I can say?
I'm clipping
I
it
love it.
right now.
Ah!
Aw. Amazing.
He succeeds. Yeah. She's just gonna grit his teeth and try to respond, but still slow, doesn't really have the ability to react
He
to things. He'll get
He
back
knows
to you
it's
on
real.
his turn. Yeah. He'll come back around. Next up, we have Blue, who is now at this point just gonna keep the crossbowing coming. Because that's all he's got. He's too slow. Alright, no, he's gonna hang back. He doesn't need to get right in the fray. He's just gonna light crossbow you. Fire! Does a 19 hit you, buddy?
Yeah.
You take 7 points of piercing damage as the crossbow bolt finds purchase in your torso, kind of in the lower abdomen, and it just sinks in. It's almost a gut shot. Like, this could be a problem later, but you manage to just, like, wince through the pain, leave the bolt sticking in for now, and just continue on with the battle. Next up, we have Ugbu.
Okay, the red dwarf, does he look like he's trying to dip
Oh yeah.
after being handed that? Okay.
Oh yeah, the orange guy looked like he was trying to dip, but he was slowed, and when he realized there was someone faster here, he just handed it off, and this guy is not even looking at the battle. He's staring directly at the boats.
I point to him and say, "Get that one!" And I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna move 10 feet this way, and then I'm gonna jump over this dwarf because
Not
I have
really.
a strength of 20.
Not really how that works.
I'm
You
gonna
can't just
attempt
jump over
to do
someone in
that.
combat.
I'm gonna attempt to
Okay.
do that because my long jump is 20 feet.
That's not a high jump.
No, I know, but I'm going. Like, can I?
I mean, you can't. You can do it for free, but he's going to attack you on the way by.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, we'll do it for flavor. Give him the attack of opportunity.
Yeah. No, he
Yep.
can't really jump over someone in combat that easily. I'll say roll me an acrobatics or try, or athletics to see how well you can do it. But yeah,
Okay, sure.
there's not a lot of ways around that.
No, we're just because I kind of see red on this dude now, so I'm just gonna either jump over or around or somewhere through it. But we'll see how cool it looks.
Yeah, this is for coolness at this point.
26.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. You get a good running start, and you just fly past him, and as he's still going to take his attack at you, but you don't lose
Yep.
footing and fall into the river. You don't get knocked off course, even if he hits you. He's just going to take a quick hand exit, swing at you, and he misses. You're just too fast with that roll. He just like can't reach up high enough to hit you. And yeah, you managed to get past with more or less impunity.
And then can I? Because I was. How far was I? I was right here. I was here. Yeah. Can I get onto the dock in front of him? Can I like scooch past him?
You can try jumping onto the stairs, yeah, but that will be another check because they're slippery and
Oh,
wet
those are stairs.
and
Okay.
mossy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's leading down to the dock.
gonna do it anyways.
Okay, roll me an acrobatic save, please.
Acrobatic save or
You're running and
or-
sprinting. No, acrobatic saving throw. You're running and jumping
Dex
onto
saving throw?
wet, mossy.
Yeah, there,
No, Dex. Sorry, Dex.
yeah.
ooh, here I go.
Yeah, so you run. You are at full speed, moving 35 feet per
Yeah,
second.
I need to stop
You
this.
jump
fucker.
over one, knock his blade out of the way as he takes a swing at you, and then you try to jump to get ahead of the other individual before they make it. And you step on the stairs, and you immediately just slide straight off and fly into the water below. It's not a fast-moving current per se, and you're not that far down, but you just literally slide off the stairs into
How
the
far?
water.
Right next to the dock or a foot out?
You got some distance.
Like what out here?
No, just the way I put you is fine. But yeah, you are now currently in the water wearing plate armor. Not going to be easy to swim. You have a great axe on your person.
Shit.
It was not a smooth landing. I love it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
So, here's the thing. For my bonus action, because I'm an orc, I'm going to use aggressive. I can move up to my speed towards an enemy of my choice that I can see or hear. So I want to at least attempt to move back onto the dock towards this red guy for my bonus action.
Hey, you're swimming against the current and trying to climb up the mossy dock, yes?
Yeah, but I just want to. I have to finish closer to him. So, yeah, essentially, I want to go to the dock and then move up the stairs.
Okay. So roll me an athletics check to swim
Okay.
against the current and get back up there. Pull yourself onto the dock wearing heavy plate armor, soaking wet clothing.
10?
You hold on. You're not being taken by the current, but you're trying to like wedge yourself between the boat and the dock and climb up. You just can't with all the gear and stuff you have on you and all the armor, you can't quite get yourself out of the pull of the river quite yet. Next up.
No problem. I mean, I still have my action technically,
Yeah,
because that was movement and bonus action.
technically. Yeah, you did a lot this turn, though. You've jumped over 2 people. You made an acrobatics
Tried to
check.
swim back.
You tried to block this guy's
okay.
path.
Yep.
I'm probably
good.
gonna rule that took your action to do.
There's actually also
of that
nothing I
together.
can do, so
Yeah.
let's go.
He's up, and he's gonna use his whole movement to just run.
He's got some attacks on an orc in the water.
Yeah, he does.
It's not our natural
He's trying,
habitat.
he's trying to figure out what he wants to do. He can make it to that boat.
I'm so glad I fucked this up so
Yeah, he's gonna do
gloriously.
it. He's just gonna, with a running start, take a couple steps and just launch himself off the dock and try to land in this boat, bypassing you. And he's gonna make a dexterity saving throw to see if he makes it. Unlike, his dex is shit. He jumps and he lands in the boat and it kind of like shakes under him, and he just grabs his axe and just boonk, chops where it's tied and begins trying to push off the dock and get caught in the current. So he's just about there. Managed to move the boat about 5 feet with that jump and land. He is trying to make an escape for it. It appears he's carrying something of import. And his goal is to make it out if you're alive. That will be his
My goal
turn.
is to stop him.
My goal is to stop him. Absolutely. Also, I mixed up his turn and this guy's third, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm good. Green's gonna go, and he's just... He's got no more spears, he's got no more crossbow bolts. He's gonna run. He's gonna use his movement to go 15 feet, try to save against the slow, and try to stop him. He can't. He can't fucking do it. God damn. We'll skip right because we already did his turn by accident. Next up, we have Ebil. You're not quite sure what's going on all the way in there. You can make out some of it clearly, but a little bit of the action's happening a little bit out of your line of sight down there on the dock. But
I mean, the
you
first
get it,
thing
there's
I
a
would do would
commotion.
be step forward, and then I would see a lot of this going down. I would
Mhm.
imagine.
Oh yeah.
So, I did a little bit of math. This would put me. I only have 25 feet left with what I just moved, so I could go right here.
Mhm.
And then I believe that puts me within 30 feet of the edge of the boat. Correct?
Let's find out, big boy. Yeah, technically the edge of the boat is in the square that is 30
Right.
feet.
I cast Reduce on the boat.
Okay.
It is now half size, 1/8 of its weight, which means that now red will bring the boat underwater.
It's fair. It's still wood, which floats naturally. So then an eighth of
Wood
a
wood
very
does
of a
float
heavy
naturally.
wooden boat. So say it's still floating, but he's
Okay,
just at this
alright.
point it shrinks. He falls into the water and he's just holding on to it like Jack in Titanic, waiting to be sucked under by the current. But he's hanging on and he's
Okay.
trying to just like kick
That is
off and
fair.
get it to catch the current.
That is fair.
You made him a small flotation device, but like now he's gonna face the dangers of this river on a flotation device. This is not good. Oh, that's
And-
brutal.
I still have a shot at getting at him before he
Yeah,
escapes.
yeah. He hasn't moved.
Probably only one more shot.
Yeah, I can't actually shrink the boat minis, so you guys are just
That's
gonna
fine.
have to.
Yep, that's okay.
Oh my
We-
god.
I only get one shot.
Yeah,
Do
all
not
right.
throw away your shot.
I am not giving away my
All right.
shot.
Next up
Thank you.
is going to be the boss man. Oh god, he's not looking great. He's doing okay. Technically, he can make three attacks, and he has no spears left, so he's gonna try to shield bash you 3 times, buddy. Just 3 in a row, like.
Oh yeah, because that does remove slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Oh, he didn't save against it, did he? Oh yeah, no,
It
you
doesn't-
cast
it
a
doesn't
different
matter.
concentration spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna hit you in the face with a shield 3 times.
Ow.
15, does that hit you?
Yeah.
Need you make me a strength DC of 15, please. And you
Ooh,
take 10
strength
points of bludgeoning damage from the shield as it just cracks right into your torso.
Ow.
Okay, you make the save, you are not pushed back. So mark down that 10 points. He's coming at you again, 15 to hit. And you take
Yeah.
7 points of bludgeoning damage. I need to make you another strength save, please. He's just like, at this point, desperate. He has no weapons left. He's beating you He's beating you away, not
Yeah,
off.
he is.
With the only
Beating you
weapon at his
off.
disposal. He's beating you off. Beating you off
Well,
with both
I'm
hands.
dinner first.
He's just
jeez.
punching the shit out of you. 20 on the strength save. How is our druid rolling so good?
I know.
And the last strike is a 17 to hit. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
You gotta be
Oh.
too close to dead though.
And I
dude.
need you to make me one more save, please. Unless you're unconscious.
How much was that one before that?
7 was before.
You're
that.
27 total from the 3.
Yeah, 27 total points of damage over that round. And one more strength save.
Oh. Boop.
And you fail, I believe. Yep.
Oh.
So
Right
this
at the
time,
end.
the third strike, he just 1, 2, and as the last strike you begin to go down, he just spins the shield and kind of like uppercuts you with it, catching you right in the bottom of the jaw, and you lay sprawled out on the fucking cold stone below. You're conscious, but that rocked you.
Does Shield Bash knock prone or backwards?
Knocks prone.
I thought it knocked backwards.
Oh.
On this particular one, it knocks prone, and I would go with that over knocked backwards anyway. It's a lot easier to knock someone on their ass than it is to push them back 5 feet in a straight line. Either way, so you're now prone and lying in front of him. I'm gonna put a little. I'm just gonna put that little marker on you, so we know. That's gonna be his turn, though. His slow is ended, so he's gonna turn over to Blue. Say, quickly, I need a spear, a weapon, anything. And he's just going to end his turn behind his shield.
This one's not Scottish, this one's British.
Not all dwarves are Scottish.
Yes, they are.
I like to think of them as like different areas here. Like Eastern European works for me as well. Very industrious peoples. Anyway, Orange is up and can actually do shit now. Has a single spear attack handy. What's his movement? 25 feet, I believe. Oh yeah, baby. He's just gonna run up and take a spear attack at you. Ebil, he sees you kind of concentrating on your spell, maintaining the situation on the river, and he's just gonna run forward with the spear, go and try to just jam it right into you.
You got it, bud.
21 to hit.
So that will a last hit.
Okay, so you take the 7 points because the bottom one is with 2 hands. And he's still wielding a shield currently, I believe. Yes. So you take 7 points of piercing damage as he just runs forward with the spear and jams it into your guts and pulls it right out.
Okay, so
You
at the
succeed.
very least, I do succeed.
Yep, concentration maintains. Next up, we have Buddy. You are lying prone on the ground as this dwarf is just looking down at you, and you see fury and rage just in his eyes. He is ready to kill you. He's not
You gotta
pulling any
calm
punches.
down. I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up, just kind of shakily, and just kind of saying like, "You just need you need to calm down, dude. My goodness, huh? Fire! Dude, oh wait, no, actually no, that rocked me so hard, right? I lost concentration on Flame Blade, so I just pull out my moon sickle.
She's just gonna moonsickle him. Hit him. I love the sound effects. Who did? Go for it. He has no weapon. He's just hiding behind a shield at this point.
Actually, you know, I pull out my moon sickle and I go to hit him, and I stop, and then with my other hand, you just see me kind of like go down my blouse, and a little bit of light comes out of my hand. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds instead.
There you go. You're just gonna hold your ground. You're no longer prone, so I can take that off. You're just standing your ground with them, and you cast Cure Wounds on yourself. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep,
That checks
yep.
out.
Bless your heart, and that's gonna be me.
Okay.
I looked at my my health again, and I was like, "Oh right."
Next up,
Nice
Blue.
heal.
Blue is up and going to use his whole movement to get 25 feet in this direction as well. They're trying desperately to stop you from stopping him. He's going to use his dash, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to come stand directly toe-to-toe with you. And just like you're currently holding yourself up, trying to climb, and he's just standing down at you. Or staring down at you, ready to strike. He does not, unfortunately, have any attacks this. It's your turn. He's occupying the space in front of you, so you can either climb up to the side or onto the boat.
It'll probably be harder to climb onto the boat.
Yeah, you don't really have to make a check at this point. You can use your climbing speed. The athletics check last time was mostly for like swimming against the current while wearing armor.
Okay.
You already have a grip. It's easy enough. To climb.
In that case, I'm gonna climb onto the boat and go this way.
Yeah.
What to do?
You got multi-attack. There's 2 people
know.
there.
I have no idea.
Guess we'll see what happens. Big guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the red guy first. With my bonus action, I'm gonna use Fighting Spirit for the last time.
Okay.
Wait, no, we took a long rest. I still have 1 more. Let's go.
Yes.
9, 5, 10 HP. Sweet. 2 attacks.
Oh yeah.
First
The
one's
11.
a 27.
Oh, you're
These are
attacking
with
the
advantage.
red fella?
Yeah.
Okay, so that one does not hit, I don't believe.
27?
Oh no, sorry, I was looking at the 11. That's my bad. So
Oh yeah,
yes, that
these
definitely
are
hits.
attacks with advantage.
Yeah, so this is one of the slightly like more armored dwarves.
Okay.
But 15.
Got 15 damage.
Okay. He's his first real hit he's taken, so he's doing okay, but he's bloodied, he is on death's door, and he's just floating on this at this point, hoping to get away.
Second attack.
It's and your attacks are kind of knocking him further away from you, so you gather this one's probably going to set him into the current, but you fuck him up, and he is damn near dead. And with 9 slashing, you finish him.
I finish him off?
Oh yeah. Yeah. How would you like to
Excellent.
do that? Scratch kill.
I mean, if it's a reach, I'll just kind of like take a good swing and then like let go with the top hand and decapitate him.
Oh, so you just
Like
got
I'm
2
across.
hands, and off goes the head. So he's looking up. He was no plate, and the head just flies off, and the body kind of limply floats on this piece of wood, and does catch the current. Begins floating a little bit, but not far enough to
Fine
make any
by
kind
me.
of difference.
There's another flash of evil energy as his soul is too sent to hell.
Next up is going to be green.
Yeah, I am definitely staying where I am, but I'm gonna turn face this guy.
Green's going to go next. Sweet. He is going to just straight up sprint at the edge as much as he can and launch himself. It's a 5 to 10 foot drop, so he has a little bit of a height advantage there, and he's going to trust it. He's going to try to land on his buddy and catch into the current. Seems they really want to get that letter. I think that's the no, that's one of the less strong ones. So
He has to
doesn't
move 10 feet before making a long jump to get his full strength score. If he moves only
Okay,
5
well,
feet.
he's going to move back 5 feet to get a running start and then sprint it. And again, with the drop, he can make it.
Yeah.
So he's going to hit that strength. Come on, baby. That's good. And he just lands like flat on the belly of this guy and begins rummaging through his armor or looking for a pocket or a satchel of some kind, and is kind of just caught them both into the current while they float away at this point. So the green guy's going to be the floating, and they just managed to move ahead like 5.5 feet or so. I'm going to say he's a
Big Bone just coming to me.
Yep, I'll delete the red guy. And he's just like looking up at you, terrified. He doesn't look good either. Hasn't taken any hits, but he's just straight fear in the face at this point. He's trying desperately to get away. I was gonna say it's his action to do that jump in the first place, but his buddy's body is now just floating in the river next to him. He's very much concerned with just getting himself out.
Head and body floating separately.
Yeah,
about 5 feet
the
away from
head's
each
already
other.
in the current and drifting away at this point. All right, Ebil, you're up.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I have been thinking very hard about my turn. I'm gonna move 10 feet up, and that should bring me so that I'm within 30 feet of both of mine allies. I think just barely,
Okay.
without creating an attack of opportunity.
15 feet of who?
I need 30 feet. I need to be within 30 feet of both of my
Just
allies.
barely. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to use 3 of my sorcerer points to twin spell haste. So the
Okay.
boat goes back to regular size, but both of y'all are going to get super buffed as long as I don't drop concentration.
Fuck.
Actually,
Nope, that's what you're doing. We love you.
no, not that. There's one thing. There's one small change to that I might make, and that is I may move up and provoke an attack of opportunity. No, never mind. Yeah, so both of you now are hasted. You get advantage on deck save, have +2 to AC, your speed
Hell yeah,
doubles,
dude.
and you get an additional attack on your turn.
You love to see
Like
it.
an additional attack action or
No,
a
just-
singular
just-
attack.
Just an attack.
Yeah, so you get one extra attack, not a whole lot.
Cool. Nice.
All right, that's your turn.
That is gonna be my turn. Yes.
I do believe the boss man is up. Oh. You're like right on the edge of that cliff there, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what? He's going to take one shield bash at Buddy next to him, trying to knock him on his ass real quick. He's going to take one shield bash at you, Buddy.
Yeah. Ow.
Wait. No, it rolled damage. 1 second. That was the wrong thing.
Natural one. Oh,
That was
on
the,
damage.
That was the damage roll.
Shit.
15 hit you.
Yeah.
You take. I'll use the original damage. You take 7 points bludgeoning damage. I need you to make me another strength.
Wait,
save,
wait,
please.
wait. Hold on. He gets 2 AC, so he might still make it because he tasted. He's 2 additional AC.
Oh, no, that's 15. You made it.
Okay, so you are knocked prone once again. You stood up. You tried to calm this fellow down, and once again he just like puts his entire weight behind it this time, and almost jumps into an uppercut, catching you in the chin and knocking you flat on your ass. It's at this point, Ebil, that you see him turn towards you and just ready himself behind the shield and rush forward at full speed. Kind of stepping over his buddy, and while he can't knock you back 5 feet, because I argued against that earlier, he is going to take his last 2 shield bashes against you and try to knock you on your ass, which at very least will put you in danger of falling over the cliff.
So this is going to be stupid, and you should not allow this. But seeing him charge, can I use a reaction to fucking like El Toro this bitch?
I'm not.
Jack,
No. No, I'm not sure that constitutes a usable reaction, unfortunately.
Okay.
I like
okay.
where your head's at, and had you prepared an action to do that, like I'm gonna prepare and step out of the way if he charges me, I would have allowed it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this is during his turn, and
That's totally fine.
yeah.
That's absolutely fine.
So,
I-
shield
You have
bash
to take
1.
the bullfighter feat, actually.
Yeah, that's a feat. Tash has introduced it. So 16 on the shield bash.
I use shield until the end of turn. My AC is 20.
Okay, he's coming in with one more. Another 16, so it's not enough. He just comes up and starts bashing it, and like your shield holds the edge of his as he's trying to ram it into your teeth.
I lean forward, right, like just about an inch from his shield, and I'm like, break.
And hit one more time and can't actually penetrate through your shield. However,
Strong arcane shield.
it is the orange guy's next to you, and he's going to take another attack with a hand axe at you. A 14 to hit. I don't believe that hits you. You need a 20. A 19 to hit. Also doesn't hit
Still
you.
misses.
So close. If he was smart, he would have gone and tried to kill fucking Buddy, but like he wants to knock you off the cliff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're the close target.
Saw what his
so
leader do.
It checks out. All right, Buddy.
He saw
you're
what
up.
his leader do. Words.
All right, bud, you have 2 attacks, bud. You have an extra attack this turn.
Oh, yes. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and you see him rushing towards the guy that just ran away from me.
I was having a good conversation with you. We were getting through. It was gonna be a breakthrough.
And I come
You
and
talked about cooking him.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
an evil therapist.
The only thing you were going to break through was his rib cage, so you could eat his heart.
Come here,
That's
big man.
evil
I'm gonna
therapy.
smash cock you.
You say
And
mash
with-
cock? Oh no!
Smash cock.
Smash.
Oh no!
cock. Is
When
this
you
the
break it-
signature move?
It's when
Yeah.
you break a chicken's ribs to make it cook better. And I'm gonna cast Flame Blade at 3rd level.
You ever...
Da-da-da.
24
24,
hit, and that's
9 points of fire damage.
God damn it. But I can do that again.
Do it again. Oh my god.
Blubber.
That one misses, unfortunately. He just manages to bring the shield up, and even though it's like a wooden kind of Viking, almost Viking-esque shield, but like more dwarven in its construction, you just can't get through it. It's not overly heavy or anything, but...
Let me cook you!
I'm not sure I'm okay with that.
I wasn't asking if you were okay with it.
Consent, please. Alright, next up, we have Blue. Who is just going to drop his weapons and reach up and try to just bear hug you, Ugbu, and try to grapple you in place. And that's just gonna be
Good
what
luck.
he does. I mean, hey, the dice sometimes. So we're gonna do contested athletics check.
Oh,
You
shit,
have a
he's got a shot.
I mean, he has no bonus to his strength, oddly enough. He's a not strong dwarf.
Too
Let's
bad
go.
I only count as a size. Okay.
Unfortunately, he just jumps up and kind of like hugs onto you. He's not restricting you in any way. He's trying desperately
Just swat
to.
him off.
He can't, and you just knock him back. He falls back, and he tries to ready himself again. That was his whole action, though.
Cool. And he dropped his weapons. Did they fall into the water?
No, they're just on the docks, but he doesn't care. He's just going to use his movement to scoot around, like jump onto the boat, and then back up to here.
Cool.
And try to just interpose himself between you and Green, who's slowly, casually drifting downriver at this point. Well, not slowly per se. He's moving like a few feet per second. That would be your turn.
All right. Time to use the last use of Fighting Spirit. Now for
Okay.
sure.
Give her.
Last use of Fighting Spirit. I still have my 5 temp HP, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, let's lay into this dude.
Both
20?
hit? Yeah, both hit.
That
Oh,
is
that's with
one attack.
advantage. Yep, so that hits.
The damage isn't rolling here. This one. Okay, 11 damage.
Okay.
Is he
That's
alive?
enough. No.
Good.
This time, as you step forward, you pretty much just pick him up by the throat, bring your axe around with one hand, take his head clean off yet again.
Excellent.
His body just falls limp in your hand, and you drop it. No, there's just a stub where the neck used to be.
Cool. Can I still be on the edge of the dock here, or would I have to be where he is, where his dead body is?
Hmm?
Can I be here and still be on the edge of the
You would
dock?
no, you'd have to get onto the boat for that.
Okay, so I'll just kick his dead body into the water and move into where he was.
Okay. Takes a
And
little
I will
movement to do
use-
that, but not much.
That's all I need to move, because I will now attack this
mean,
guy.
You
twice.
have 60 feet of movement this game.
Yeah, you're
There's-
fine.
Right,
Yeah.
this turn.
I can reach from here, yeah?
Yep. Oh yeah,
Sick.
just barely. He's on the edge of your axe range at this point.
First attack is a
If he
23,
hits, he's done.
12 damage.
This time, as he's floating past, you just take the
Nice.
axe.
I don't want to completely cleave him.
Mhm.
He had stopped searching his body, right? He found what he needed.
He found what he needed. He got the letter.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Wait, I can't really do that. Wait, his boat is normal size again, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move into the boat with him,
Yeah,
because I don't
he's
have
just
any.
dead now. Like just a corpse. You've just essentially sunk the axe through his spine deep enough to end any life left in this dwarf.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna move into the boat with him.
All right, that your turn.
I have one more attack, but I actually.
If only someone had a lightning javelin that was given to
What
them.
is the range on a hand? Can I throw a hand axe 60 feet? Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna use half my movement to take out a hand axe,
Okay.
and I'm gonna throw it at Pink. But it's
You might be able to
disadvantage.
get. You might be able to get it range. You still have like.
No, I want to stay here with Green. I don't want his body to get away.
Oh, okay.
I want to.
Yep.
Yeah,
Disadvantage. Go for it.
but I still have
Fighting
fighting
spirit,
spirit,
so it's canceled out. Yep.
Struggle. 12 misses, I'm sure. The boss.
Yeah. No, absolutely. He doesn't have super high armor, but it's better than that.
I guess Ebil would just hear.
No, you just hucked a throwing axe past 3 other different targets. Roll me a d4 if it's a 4. Roll again.
Oh,
Top to bottom, Ebil is 1, Buddy is 2, other guy's 3.
I didn't roll a nat 1 though.
No, but you're throwing an axe into a group of people. I'm just curious.
1.
That's gonna fly at Ebil.
Shit.
Go ahead and roll me an attack roll, please. At disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm making you do this, because you are already at
Yeah,
disadvantage.
it just barely misses. At a night. If at a night.
Thank
he-
God you got
Wait.
the shield up.
Yeah.
Your shield is still up
Disadvantage, yeah.
until the end of the round, so you just see the axe glance off the shield completely, and you're fine. You just look, and you see Ugbu just standing in the boat, kind of looking like a little guilty. Not that he's feeling guilty, but it's quite clear that's where the axe came from. Next up, this fellow is dead and out of the initiative order. Ebil, you are up. There are 2 targets still actively in front of you, but it appears that all others have been dispatched.
Take the dodge action and end my turn.
Fair enough. Okay. Next up is the boss. He's gonna try to whack you 3 times with the shield. Actually, he's gonna go 1 for Buddy too. He's gonna go at you and then swing it back to Buddy and back to you 1 more time.
Okay.
He's not looking great, but this is kind of his last moment.
Yep.
So it's 10 to hit you. That's a miss. That's a 10 to hit Buddy. That's a miss. That's a 10 to hit.
It's like he has a clockwork amulet on. Amazing.
What did I just?
Just break the matrix.
No!
I'll
That's
take
fine.
it. I'll
That's fine.
take it.
10, 10, 10,
Oh,
10, 10, 10,
dude.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 12.
I even rolled the same damage on the last 2.
Tens across the board.
That
He
is
misses all
hilarious.
3 strikes at all of you. That's really all he had. I don't know. Like, this guy's starting to doubt. He's not really. You know what? He's just gonna run and try to tackle you into the water, Ebil. He's gonna try to drown you. So he's gonna run. He's gonna use his action to try to grapple you and just take you off the cliff with him. So contested strength rolls, please. Or athletics versus acrobatics. Either way. Natural
Okay.
20.
It doesn't matter what I roll.
You could
You don't
roll
have-
higher than a 20, though, technically.
I can't. I have a -1 to my strength.
She just runs forward at you. No hesitation, just desperation clear on this dwarf's face. And he, in his full armor, also metal, not easy to swim in, is just gonna dive and grab you and wrap his arms around you and just fly off the edge of the cliff. It's not a high drop, but you are now both effectively
Well,
in the
yeah.
in the river below, or about to fall into the river. You're on your way down.
Okay.
And you're
Into the river
currently
below.
grappled. He's just gonna try to drown you at this point, it seems.
Okay.
Last desperate attempt, and that'll be Buddy's turn up next. You just see Ebil get just tackled and dragged off the edge of this into the water, and they're kind of struggling to stay afloat, the 2 of them, but the dwarf still has hold.
And is the boss still in front of me?
Yeah.
I look at the boss, look at the river, look at the boss, look at the river. And I jump into the river. I take a running jump. I'll take whatever attacks that you got at
Yeah,
me.
he's gonna take it. He's just gonna try to bash you with the shield, and if he hits you and you fail your save, you're just gonna fall prone and either land on the cliff or in the river. We'll find out.
Oh, find out.
He's just trying to stop you getting down there. Natural 20.
Oh!
So you take 18 points of total damage from the shield.
killed
Holy
me.
shit! That knocked you unconscious?
That knocked me unconscious! I was
Okay.
doing the math in my head. I'm like, there's no way.
Okay, so bright side, you don't fall in the water. You get like 1 step and he senses you going and he's just... actually, you would be out of his range by the time this is about to happen. Like, you're leaving his range, so he's gonna bash you and you're gonna just like unconscious in the air hit the water and you're just floating lifelessly in the water below. You are still alive. We're on to death saves. But you got a bit of a running start, and he whacked you. Like, essentially, as you were running past, he just bopped you in the back of the head, trying to just knock you down. And you're just in the water, unconscious, currently floating away. I'm gonna say you're about there. And he's just standing now above, looking down. And he looks over.
Oh, he broke your fucking neck.
Yeah, like he straight
yeah.
up, you're more or less out. But
Oh
you're
my
still
God.
conscious. And he's just gonna look over at you, Ugbu, and just stare at you with pure hatred in his eye. And that
Oh, I'm
will
not
be-
even looking at him. I'm not paying attention to him at all.
That'll be his whole reaction to do that. So you're unconscious currently. This guy's dead. We're on to Ugbu. What do you want to do?
Okay. Will it take an action to quickly just drag this dwarf onto the dock?
It's just a corpse. I'd say you could probably just grab it and huck it. Maybe cost you 5 feet of movement for the effort.
Sure, but with haste, my speed's doubled, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's,
Amazing.
it's really not a big deal.
Okay, cool. So I'll just pull the green dwarf onto the dock, leave him there, and then how much movement did that take?
5 feet.
Okay.
You literally
So
just grabbed him and pulled him onto the dock. It's not a big effort. You could easily make that
I can
distance.
move 80 feet.
Yep. You are good.
Just gonna get real close to him. Hello.
He's just, all he has is his shield. He has no weapon. He's just staring up at you like,
I'm going
ready for you,
to,
big man.
yeah, just take 2 attacks at it.
Giver. You get 3.
Oh. 3.
You get an extra one. They all hit in a row. Roll the damage.
Bam, bam, bam.
Wham, bam,
Damage.
thank you, bam.
Damage. Damage.
So 39 total.
Yeah.
Still standing.
Are you shitting me?
God
There's a
damn
lot
it.
of HP, dude. Like I said, I did
Amazing.
some light homebrewing on these
Yeah,
guys.
no?
Or this guy, specifically. I didn't
Good
change
for
much.
him.
He's still standing, but, like, he's withered. You can see in his eyes, like, the fight's almost gone, but, like, the last thing he wants to do is surrender to a goddamn dirty orc. And he's willing to go out fighting, it seems. Next up, we have Ebil. You see Buddy just lifelessly floating. Floating in the river next to you, kind of just floating away.
Yeah, I didn't take any healing spells, so
And you would technically still be grappled by them.
Yeah. I didn't really want to because I wanted to preserve my spell slots. Oh no! Oh wait, yeah, I
Yeah.
can do this. I can
Yeah,
do
what's
the
up?
thing.
I just really quickly wanted to use my bonus action to use aggressive to move around this guy, like move here around him,
Sure.
so that I can get closer to Orange.
Yeah, he's not quite in your range. He's about 7 feet below you at this point. He's
Okay.
in the water, kind of bobbing.
That's fine. I
I'm-
just wanted to interpose myself in between the boss and what's going on down there.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points, and I'm going to twin spell Tasha's Mind Bend.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hit both the boss and the guy grappling me.
Go ahead, roll your attacks.
Well, it's saving throws.
Saving throws. Okay, so fuck. Okay, what am I saving?
They
Wisdom?
both make a 15 intelligence.
Oh fuck. Fail on the boss. And this is one of the weak dwarves, I think. No, he had an axe, so he's one of the strong ones. Good intelligence. He succeeds. So the weaker of the two succeeds on it.
That's annoying. Okay, so 8 psychic damage on the boss.
Doesn't matter. Still enough to kill the orange guy. The 8 carries over. You see. Oh no, he saved. Is it
Is it
half?
4 on the Orange guy? Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually okay.
On a success, they take half as much, so it's 4
Yeah,
damage.
so it's 4. He's still up, but he's like, you see his eyes close and he winces as like a little blood trickles out of his ear. Boss, same deal. It seems to hit him a little harder though. He like kind of
Okay,
falls prone to his knees and he's like staring down as blood drips out the corners of his eyeballs.
boss can can't take a reaction till the end of his next turn and has to choose between action, bonus action, or movement. Only one of those 3.
Oof, brutal. All right,
And
that's your turn.
That's all I can do. That's my turn.
Boss is going to take a single shield bash against the orc. Heck. He has no choice. No choice. Right. Shield bash. It's a 10. It doesn't hit. He just like it bashes you with it, and you just like one hand it. There's
You can
very
still make
little
3
strength.
attacks. It's not as strong as slow.
Okay, he wrenches it from your grasp one more time and bop! Hits you for a 20. And you take
that
8
is-
points of bludgeoning damage, and you make me a strength save of 15, please.
Oh no.
And the last one, 11, does not hit. So, like, once again, you just kind of catch the shield and this time hold on to it, kind of pull him closer to you, and just stare into his eyes.
Let's grab
Uh,
that 8. Bludgeoning
that'll be
damage.
His turn. Orange is up. Still grappling you. He's just going to try to force you underwater at this point. So we're going to keep the contested strength or athletics going at this point.
Okay.
He's just like straight up trying to force your face under the water at this point.
I succeed, apparently.
Yeah, so you manage to break out of his grasp as your face is about to go under the water, and you just like put your hands on his face and kind of push him back, and you are now freed from his grasp. The grapple did not maintain.
Armored dwarf in the water.
He's not going to try to swim away from you at this point, however. He's just going to maintain his ground. He wants you dead. Next up, we have Buddy. I need you to roll me a death save, please.
Where's that button on here now?
On
Been a while.
D&D Beyond, I don't know. You can just roll a d20.
It's just a straight d20,
If
yeah.
it's above a 10, it's a success. Or
Dope,
10.
dope, dope. Hup.
Okay,
Hey!
good.
Nice.
So you can check off one success. You are not yet dead, but you are currently just in the water on your back, floating in the moderately strong current. I'm going to move you 10 feet. Because you're just moving unpropelled and kind of just floating towards the docks at this point.
Buddy's bobbing.
Yep, that's your turn. Next up is Dead Guy. So fuck him. He's out. You're up, Ugbu. This guy is like... He's on
to
that
die.
star. I die with honor.
Does 9 damage kill him?
Not quite. It cleaves in. You get the axe about halfway through his torso, and he's still alive. Like, he is about to die. That is a functional death blow. But he's fighting through, and he just grabs onto the handle of your axe, and you yank it out one more time and just sink it into the same wound, cutting out like a nice V. And you manage to just get through the rest of the body.
I wouldn't have taken it out. I would have just like grabbed my fist and just smacked it down on the handle as
You
it
just
was embedded
hammer
into
it.
his shoulder.
Hammer it through
Yeah.
his body and cleave him from like the collarbone all the way down to the hip and split the body down. And keep hammering until it splits. And that's the boss eliminated. There's just
Okay.
one individual left beneath you.
Yeah, and you guys are gonna be fine.
The dead guy might not be.
There's one of our party currently has
No,
0
I mean-
HP.
I mean, you
Just
two over
fucking
there. So
floating.
I'm out. I'm gonna go over here. And this boat's not actually. That boat's not actually there anymore, right?
No, that
Okay.
I mean it's still the same size, and they've kind of just jumbled around here at this point. It's probably drifting a little
Okay.
bit downriver, so this one would be moved. The other two are still tied though.
I'm gonna come like right to the edge of the dock here,
Mhm.
and just hold my action for when.
Okay.
Or sorry, no, I already used my attack.
Yeah, but you
Does
know,
it look
say you
like
can't-
he'll come to me if I stop
Yeah,
here?
he's headed for a direct path for the edge of the dock. You could probably use your
Perfect.
reaction to grab him. Allow that.
Okay.
If he's passing by you, you can use your reaction like an attack of opportunity to grab him.
Sure.
I will set that precedent.
Okay. Yeah, because
Alright.
like I'm coming down here with the specific intent to grab it.
Next up, Ebil. There's only one enemy left, and he is
He's
on
good.
death's door.
I'm gonna get him to make an intelligence saving throw as I use Mind Sliver.
Nice.
Fails.
Cool, that is 2d6 points of psychic damage. Which. Where are my spells? I mean, I know where my spells are, but. Okay, why does it keep doing this?
Why?
Whatever, it's not a big deal.
How could this happen to me?
I made my mistakes.
3?
That's
3!
enough. He had 3 left. Exactly. He was at 7 last turn. You hit him for 4. So, describe your kill. It's the last kill of the round. How would you like him to meet his end?
Just gonna whisper.
Don't you worry. It's not over yet.
And the eyes just like, and explode.
I wanted to keep
Nice.
those eyeballs.
And then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to use my special boots and start climbing up the side of this cliff.
Yeah, you do so with no problem.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the boss also is now
Yep.
in hell.
Yep, in hell. He's going to become a lemure, actually.
I've sent four dwarves to hell in this fight.
Just today
Very
alone.
happy.
So, in the interest of moving things along, you managed
Oh
to
no
grab
no
Buddy.
no.
Okay, go ahead. Go. What?
As Ugbu is reaching, I drop haste, rendering him unable to do anything.
He still has his react. Oh, he's
No,
tired.
he has nothing until the end of my next turn.
That's mean.
And firebolt twice before he can do anything.
You're firebolting Buddy?
I know Ugbu. I'm firebolting Ugbu.
I mean, that's not even close to enough to kill him, but go ahead.
I mean, I have other methods of doing this.
The glory shall be mine!
Yeah, it's an evil campaign. That is a dirty 20, and
I said evil campaign. You still have to work with your team. You have a goal to further. That is a dirty 20 on
it's a
Ugbu
dirty
to start.
20 and a dirty 25 and 38 points
Wait.
of damage.
Didn't you already use your action to kill that guy?
You
Yeah,
did.
and then
Just
I
drop a
walked
spell
up.
and cast another spell on your
I
turn.
on my
You
turn.
can drop it, yeah.
Yeah, I drop. It's not an action to
The
like
reaction to drop a spell unless
to
otherwise
drop
specified.
concentration.
But it's
All
an
I'm
action
doing-
to cast Mind Sliver.
No, I'm not. Okay, Pat was doing the wrap up. You're reaching and using your action to grab Buddy, and
Yeah, well,
as that is happening, you hit lethargy. Bang, bang.
Okay.
I mean, lethargy lasts 6 seconds. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you're just gonna take 38 points of damage.
How?
Both are going to Ugbu?
Yeah, Buddy's already dead.
Oh.
I don't have to worry about Buddy.
Okay,
What the
that's
fuck
fine.
level did you cast that at?
It's a fire bolt. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, can you run me again how you rolled
How
an
you hit-
18 and a 20 on a cantrip?
Sure. So it's
Why is it 2d10?
because
Oh,
a
'cause your
firebolt
levels.
is a D10. and
filters
it's one
up.
D10 per. It just I rolled
That's
insatiably high.
okay, yeah.
I
That's
rolled
insane.
insatiably
Okay, fine.
high.
Yeah. Still up?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
I guess at that point we're restarting the combat order. That having been your turn. So
Yeah, I would just move there.
Ugbu skips one turn. This guy's dead. Ugbu skips one turn. Yep. I need another death save from Buddy, please.
Okay. What
The
the hell?
betrayal is real.
I love
I mean, to be fair, it's...
I specifically said at the beginning of the game we could betray each other, and Chris nodded.
yeah, but like for a reason.
I don't
Okay,
see
18,
any
You're still
reason.
fine. You're still fine.
To be honest.
It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. So Orcman's up. You skip your turn. Buddy makes the death save. Ebil, you're up.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and spend 2 sorcery points to cast Darkness. It's my last sorcery points, but I'm gonna use my Shadow Sorcerer Feat to cast Darkness, which means I can see through it. But
Okay.
it's centered on me.
Okay. And that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Ugbu, you come back to your senses. Actually, I think Buddy is up first. I need one more death save from you, please. And if you succeed, you are stabilized. You do not succeed. That is your first failure. So you're at 2 successes, 1 fail. The death saves are beginning to rack up. Ugbu.
Is he up next to me now, though?
Yeah, he's like pretty much caught on the boat and the dock at this point.
Okay.
He's slowly starting to drift away from it, but like he's kind of tangled up in that right now. It is your turn.
I'm gonna grab
Regain
him,
your senses.
get in the boat, throw him in the boat, and look back, confused, and just try and make a break for it.
Okay.
Okay.
I
He's gonna-
will say I won't chase. I was hoping the 2 bolts would take you out. You'll just hear me. You'll just hear the little voice.
My glory!
And then
See, he's a full fucking psycho. Okay.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, it's in the name. Ebil, Lord of Chaos, Master of Order.
That's fine. That's totally fair. So, you, buddy, one more death save for me because now you are both safe in the boat and casting off downriver.
Can I use
very quickly.
Can I use my action to try and stabilize him?
Sure, if you want to.
Medicine check with a terrible medicine mod. Yeah, no. Nat 1 for a 0.
You might make it worse. He succeeds. So you stabilize. You are at 0 hit points. You are unconscious, but you are alive. You are no longer making death saves. So you're just out, and you're just kind of sleeping in the boat at this point. Ugbu, you just begin rowing to safety. And it seems that Ugbu and Buddy have further adventures to undergo within the Underdark. As you begin to just...
I didn't manage to get the green dwarf, though.
As you drift slowly down into this cave and begin to take with the current, and this water just flows to an unknown end for Buddy and Ugbu. This may not be the last we see of the two of you. I'm sensing a grand escape adventure. However, Ebil, as you stand there amongst
he's dead. He's dead. 2 days later, he dies. Ebil 100%.
Okay, let me finish my wrap up. I just want to finish up my wrap.
Sorry, go ahead. I'll shut up.
As you stand there, victorious, alone, you make your way to the stairs to the left of the building you see there, hearing the battle raging beyond. You open the door and find yourself atop a great wall. Looking down on your left, you see the halls of Belrund, the great dwarven city that spans all the way from the top of the highest peak in the Gnarlpeak Mountains to the far depths below it. You see a city built into the very walls of the rock of the mountain they have hollowed out. And on your right, you see the armies of darkness gathered in their majesty, in full form, unleashing all chaos on the walls below, explosions trying to break through, catapults in the Underdark launching just balls of great flame in this massive underground space. And as you look ahead of you, see the guardhouse that guards the controls to the door. Affect whether or not this gate is open. And as you approach and find this mechanism inside, not quite unguarded, but the weak souls that were there were fairly easy to dispatch with what power you had left, abilities you had at your beck and call. And as you open the great gate below, you see the army of darkness swarming through the gate like locusts, like flies drawn to shit, as they file into the streets below, rampaging and ravaging their way through the halls of Belrund, killing all who stand in their path. You know that you stand victorious, and the glory of this victory will go to you. You alone. And that's where we're going to end things for today. That was a game and a half.
Oh my god!
And just
fun.
I see the point of attacking us now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The whole idea was that like I kill you, and then I would go back to my superiors with the note. I'd be like, I did it. They all died, but I solely won because I have no offensive spells. Like almost at all. They're all cantrips. So like if I didn't.
Utility. But Ugbu, you have the letter. I don't know how well you can read it, but we'll find out.
No, I don't. I grabbed Buddy. I had put the green dwarf on the dock, I grabbed Buddy and dipped.
Oh, that's true.
I didn't have
You
dwarf.
do have the letter.
Oh yes,
You would've been
yes
able
I
to
do.
grab it.
I have it.
Take a moment to read it.
Yeah,
That's how that went.
Can you read?
Anything interesting?
It's in common.
I speak common, undercommon, and deep speech.
Well, you see the seal on it when you open it is that of the king here, Elrond himself.
Ooh, shit.
And as you open it, you find it again, written, as I said, written in common, and it is a plea asking the elves of the Shadewood for assistance. As this invasion has come entirely by surprise, and they have no chance of lasting against the might of the power that waits below their walls. As it appears, this message will not be getting through. In this battle, as intended by the Dark Masters, remains unknown to the world above. Oh, that is where we'll end things. That's a nice point to put an exclamation point on this. So that's 2 successful adventures by the Forces of Darkness that we have run so far. So that will now, you guys control the halls of Belrund. So I want to thank every single person for being here. Chris, like Ryan, you guys are the best. Always a pleasure, and it was great having you, Ryan. Absolutely, Buddy was highlights. He's like that stoned
That was so
uncle
much fun.
that happens to be a cannibal. But it was a great time. I want to thank everyone for coming by. We had like consistent viewers through that entire thing. I really can't complain at this point. So we're gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here. Be sure to tune in next week for our weekly campaign of either Vampire or D&D. I'm not sure what the plan is for that. And I have another Evil one-shot that I've been planning for the last couple months coming up in the very, very near future here. I will keep you all posted on that with dates, and we'll be joining a completely new party of individuals. Actually, I think JT will be there. That's a maybe. And we're going to be engaging in some more evil shenanigans. So, in the meantime, I have been Rusty, and we'll catch you later. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hi,
Peace.
everybody!
Bye, Doctor.